All right, we live, episode 2. We in here, man. Episode 1 was a success. Back here Sunday 8 o'clock. Check in.
All right. Um, Welcome back this week, fellas. How y'all doing this week?
Yeah, man, feeling good,
Great,
ready,
man.
ready to
Busy
get
week,
into
bro.
it.
Busy
Busy
week.
week.
Busy week.
Yes,
All
sir.
right. Well, it's been a lot going on with the Ravens. It's been a lot going on in free agency in general. So I thought we would start, because obviously this is a Ravens podcast first. We're gonna start with the Ravens and then move into some other stuff, maybe some Raiders stuff down the line. We'll see. The Ravens have elected to pick up the $4 million roster bonus of Mark Andrews per Jeff Rebeck. The bonus was triggered on the 5th day of the new year league, which Baltimore let pass. So it's starting to look like Mark Andrews is coming back for the redemption story. How do y'all feel about that? How do you feel about Mark Andrews? And, where do y'all see this going?
I guess I'll start. I think
Yeah.
it was a good move to keep Mark Andrews just because of his security blanket for being a security blanket for Lamar Jackson. Obviously, the financials behind an older tight end, especially coming off of that lackluster playoff performance against the Bills, you kind of were thinking maybe we didn't want to get hampered with such a large contract. But
Right.
but I think that at the end of the day, Eric DeCosta wasn't trying to give him away at the same time because
Yeah.
he is an asset, and
Mhm.
I'm sure he shopped him around to see
Yeah.
what was the best option, and it probably landed on just holding on to your cards.
The rumor was he was getting shot pretty heavy this past weekend. So
Definitely, yeah. But if you're only going to get a fifth rounder or a sixth rounder, say obviously you need somebody to be able to eat such a sizable contract that that 17 million or 16 million cap hit. So I just feel like it's harder to find that at this point. Like I said, for an older tight end, so they had to do it. And again, I welcome him back for that comeback season.
yeah.
For me, I feel like that Mark Andrews is still a mismatch. You know what I'm saying? Like it takes more than one person to guard him. You know what I'm saying? Which is a cheat
Right.
code, especially in the end zone. And I guess that's how Eric DeCosta rolls, because Lamar, you need to double up him. You need to double up Henry, and then you got Zay. You got to double Zay, and then you got to double. You gambling with putting a linebacker on Mark. That's just not going to work, even if he's older.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Mark's he's definitely a zone buster is what they call him, where he just eats up anytime, a defense gets in zone, he's gonna take advantage.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I feel like the Ravens have a problem playing in cold weather. You know what I'm saying? I think that kills us for one reason or another. But when the game on the line, Lamar always goes to Andrews, and I don't think he's ever going to stop doing that, because look, Andrews proves himself so much throughout the years, being the leading touchdown receiver for the Ravens. There's a lot of good tight ends that came out of Baltimore. Andrews supported Lamar when most people didn't. You know what I'm saying? I think Andrews was saying he's the best quarterback ever, like 4 or 5 years ago. You know what I'm saying? When Lamar was down, he kind of held him up. So I think all of that matters for sure. So I'm good with it.
Yeah, I'm good with it now, just because of the value. We're not. To me, I don't think we're overpaying Mark Andrews. I would have preferred us to spend that money on a pass rusher, but I'm looking at the free agent pass rush list, and after Khalil Mack was pretty much signed at the drop of the hat, as soon as he hit the free agent market, the rest of the pass rushers out there just really aren't that good. I mean, I'm looking at the list.
Where did Khalil Mack go?
Oh, he went back to San Diego.
Stayed in LA.
LA. Yeah, he stayed
they
in LA.
re-signed him?
Yeah,
Okay.
they re-signed him. And to roughly around the same contract they gave Mark Andrews, but it looked like Khalil was like, okay, I'm staying with Jim Harbaugh. I like his system. And
Chase Young messed up that the Saints running it back with all those players. They had such a bad season. So the Saints got Chase Young.
okay.
And they re-signed him to like, I don't know. I want to say, my numbers are probably off, but I feel like it was like a 2-year or 3-year, 54 million, something in that range.
Man, Chase Young, bro.
Yeah.
Is he a bust?
That's what I'm saying.
He's solid for them, and honestly, I don't even think he's that good anymore. But
Bro,
I'm
when I saw
looking.
him play last year, he looked bad.
I have to
He
pull
looked
up his stats, but again, I'm looking at what's left on the market, right? Outside of some older receivers, which I guess we can get to in a little bit later. But we have Von Miller, who's 36 years old. He's
I'm
not that
on
good anymore. Matt Judon, 33. He's okay, but like, are we willing to pay roughly 15 mil a year for Matt Judon? And then Zardarius Smith, who honestly I don't even think has much in the tank left.
All former Ravens, all Raven rejects.
All Ravens. Although to be fair, Zardarius did have some really good years for the Packers. He was cooking.
I like Zardarius.
I like Zardarius,
but I don't think Zardarius is going to happen because we were supposed to re-sign him last year, the year before.
2 years ago.
Yeah,
and he backed out of the deal at the last second and went to Minnesota. So I don't think the Ravens are offering him anything.
And again, 33 years old this year. And again, Judon's going to be 33. So yeah, it was the best deal after Mac had left. I'm good with the deal. And the receivers are all old. I mean, Stephon Diggs just coming off a major injury. Keenan Allen. I mean, he's injured every single day. And Amari Cooper, I'm pretty sure I can run faster than him at this point. So yeah.
That Chase Young got three years for 51, by the way.
That's crazy. How many sacks did he have last year? 12? I mean,
7.5, I want to say.
7.5.
Oweh had more.
Yeah.
Jeez.
That's what I'm saying. The market kind of got crushed by him getting 17 a year, and then Khalil getting 18. It's kind of like it make it hard for us to really with that Mark Andrews contract. The Ravens can't really like make a splash on the market like I would prefer. If we would have got rid of Mark, maybe somebody eat that contract.
Yeah.
Plus, we might be able to do something. But
so you think it's more of a was kind of stuck with Mark Andrews? Like it's better just to keep him than to get rid of him for nothing.
Yeah, I mean, we're talking about. I mean, the Ravens have a top 5 offense. Mark Andrews is a big part of that.
Right.
So I feel like the offense ain't. Regardless of what happened in that wasn't even the AFC Championship. Regardless of what happened in the divisional round against the Bills last season, I still think Mark Andrews, like Charles said, Mark Andrews is a matchup nightmare. He gets open. He once he got healthy, coming on the last 10, 12 weeks of the season, he was as good as any tight end.
Yeah,
at least as productive.
And the one thing about Mark Andrews that I think a lot of people.
Streak.
Towards the later of the year, Mark Andrews was on a touchdown streak. But the one thing that Mark Andrews is very underrated in is actually run blocking. He's one of the best run blocking tight ends in the NFL.
Right.
He's ranked 3rd out of all tight ends, which is pretty damn good.
I did not know that. Wow.
Yep.
Yeah. And Mark has the IQ. I mean, on a level of always being on the same page as Lamar.
And he's a dog.
He's a dog. And he's been open a lot more than with Lamar. Lamar been sharing that rock, but Andrews is still open, in that middle of the field. That's always there. Especially, let's be honest. It's been years when Mark Andrews was our number one, production.
It was all we had, dog.
Yeah. I think one year he had like 1,300 yards or something.
That was the year he was all pro, I think.
Yeah, all pro. And that was on a corner or a safety or both. So but I think it might, as saying all of that, I think it might be Mark Andrews last year. Because we can't justify, like not paying I can't remember his name right now.
Likely.
Yeah. From Coastal Carolina, but that ain't gonna not happen, bro. Like we gotta pay him, and he gotta pay him after this year's type thing. So
Pay
Yeah.
who? Pay Likely?
yeah.
Look, I'm good with us keeping Mark because I think, because of what happened in the postseason, we getting you look, there's two times where it's a great opportunity to have a player when they fighting for a contract or when they're trying to redeem themselves. And I think we're gonna get a redemption season from Mark Andrews. So I think it's a good idea to keep him because more weapons are always good, right?
Mm-hmm.
But like Charles was just starting to say, I think Isaiah Likely is better than Mark. I think he's been better than Mark.
And what's crazy is that, remember, Mark is only 28, right? And some of the top tight ends in the league are all in their 30s. I mean, I don't know where Kelsey probably ranks right now, but Kelsey, the one in San Francisco, I forgot his name, Kittle, he's in his 30s. So,
tight ends have a long shelf life.
They do.
Yeah.
Yo, that's a good point for real. Because even Zach Ertz on the Commanders was killing last year.
Yeah, and Zach Ertz he was a part of the 2017 Eagles Super Bowl. He old.
He's old too. Yeah. So Mark is one of the clutch. He's one of the more younger tight ends in the NFL that are actually like clutch.
Yo, that's a good point. We got a good problem, bro. I didn't know Mark Andrews was only 28 years old. Yo.
He's 29.
Yeah. He came out.
Oh,
he came out with Lamar.
Yeah, he came out with Lamar for sure.
Third round pick. Yeah.
Third round pick. Yep.
Yeah.
Just out of curiosity, who had the most touchdowns for tight ends last year?
Was it Brock Bowers? He probably had the most catches.
Probably.
Brock Bowers had the most catches. I don't think he had the most.
Tight ends was kind of a down year for tight end. If it wasn't Brock, then Mark might be up there.
Especially in yards. All the yards for tight ends were down last year.
Yeah, everything was down. They expected McBride to go off. I feel like the guy who's the tight end from Laporta from Detroit didn't really have a great year.
Hawkinson got injured.
It was Mark.
It was actually Mark. It's Mark. Yeah. He had
11.
Mark.
He had 11.
Yeah.
Bro, he caught like 8 in like
8 in a row.
5 games.
Yeah.
It was crazy. He was catching like 2 a game. So I mean, he's deadly in the red zone, bro.
We got him for a good discount. I mean, that's not bad.
Yeah, and that fourth down, quarterback sneak because he played quarterback. Yeah,
the touch push.
Yeah, no,
touch push. That's clutch.
He's a touch push expert
every time. We really selling Mark Andrews.
I mean, he's here, bro.
But look. So there was a lot
he's still a great player.
There was a lot of action around the league outside of the Ravens. Even though we did bring in a quarterback too. How y'all feel about that? A nice little mild
Cooper Rush from the Cowboys.
Mild support.
I think he's better than Josh Johnson, so that's great.
I think he's better than Josh Johnson too. Yeah.
Yep.
Cooper Rush has played. He's played some good games for the Cowboys.
He's solid.
Agreed.
Yeah.
This is the most the Ravens have dedicated to the backup position.
Yeah.
Probably since they had Lamar. Because I don't feel like Huntley never really won no games for us. Like that was just like a pipe dream that people had and fans were getting excited and we kind of just, Snoop, everybody just he's a fan favorite, but he didn't win any games. He never delivered anything. He didn't deliver nothing for Miami either. So that's just his story.
Yo, I remember those Ravens fans that were saying that we should just not pay Lamar and just like start Huntley.
I remember that. I remember
that narrative, bro.
I heard Bucky Brooks say that on TV. He got on NFL Network and said we should graduate Lamar Jackson. Like instead of paying him, we should just move on and just do the same thing with Tyler Huntley. They really had my dog.
To be fair, Huntley had a nice little run there. That one season,
one of them ones
went to the playoffs.
To be fair,
no, he did. I think he won the last 3 games.
All disrespect.
He made the Pro Bowl.
He made the Pro Bowl. Pro Bowl.
He has a losing record as a quarterback for us. That's all. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think he won like 1 or 2 games.
Yeah, It's
plus.
it's nothing special. He
And they
only
were
Hey,
against like the Browns.
You right though, but he was killing in the preseason though. That's kind of what
that's
like
not real football.
I know, but the Ravens fans count that, and that's kind of like when you mention the real stats. I'm like, dang, I feel like
Yeah,
he was killing
he was
sometimes.
2 for
Yeah,
he
it's
was 2
probably because
wins,
we
2 wins
went
and
10
2
years
losses that year.
Without losing a
a
playoff.
preseason game.
Yeah,
It made everybody look
Yeah.
good. Yeah.
He actually did have a losing record as a Ravens quarterback. Yeah, you're right.
He's trash. So what I'm saying is this was the first time they actually got like Cooper Rush. No matter what you feel about him, I watched him go out there with the Dallas Cowboys with no Dak, and he won 3 games. He won 4 games. Like he's a legitimate cold like what's his name? Gardner Minshew. Like he's a legitimate. I'm just gonna sit on the couch. I'm gonna sit on the bench, and then if you need me, I can come in and win you 2 games in the middle of the season while your quarterback's banged up.
Gardner Minshew done got us twice, bro.
Yeah, look, I thought we were supposed to pick them up, so he can't keep clipping us.
yeah. We want to know how he keep doing that.
I don't know
Bro,
how
because
yeah.
he jumped to a team we playing every season, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess we can move on to Ben Cleveland. I guess the Ravens re-signed Ben Cleveland. After the DUI, I was sure he was probably going to be out of here, but it seems like the Ravens was able to get him at a discount. So what do y'all think about Ben Cleveland coming back?
Undisclosed terms, so you know it was for cheap.
Shocked the hell out of me.
Harbaugh hates Ben Cleveland.
Yeah, that's a big dude though. Ben Cleveland.
Bro, the left guard spot was open. It was wide open last year.
All
and
season.
He refused to even let him try.
Yeah,
So.
I mean, if you think about it though, right? He can't do the gamble though. I mean, his pass blocking rate is what 45.6 is way below average. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And he's average at run blocking. So he's average.
He's average.
He's average.
Let me see what's even out there.
He's just gonna be a fill-in guy.
Yeah, but as far as the look test, he's huge, yo.
I wonder if he can fill in
almost 400 pounds.
He can fill it almost anywhere, right? Like you can put him at guard. Of course, he can probably play center, and then maybe put him at tackle if like push comes to shove.
That's McCarry.
They had him playing center a little bit.
Yeah, they did. Yeah.
That's probably why they kept him. That's probably why they signed him.
He's versatile.
They lost Pat McCarry.
Yeah.
And Pat McCarry used to be that swing guy. He's not good at nothing, but he's not great at nothing, but he's good at all positions.
Pat McCarry was just getting beat up, bro. He couldn't last the season. He too small.
Undersized, yeah.
Yeah.
They had him out there playing left tackle with the biggest dudes, the biggest.
Where is he now?
Yeah.
Who picked him up?
He signed with somebody.
I feel like he went somewhere for like a good deal too, like a $30 million contract.
Yeah, he got something good. Let me see.
Yo, Ben Cleveland only played 49 snaps last year.
Yeah, it was towards the end of the season when they were rotating the left guard spot. He got in a little bit.
Wow. No penalties, though. No sacks allowed.
Oh, Pat McCarry went to the Jaguars.
Yeah, the Jags.
For how much?
3 years, 37.5.
That's not bad. Not bad.
That's not bad.
Nah.
20
For
million
utility
guaranteed.
guy. That's not bad.
Yeah, good for him.
Yeah.
I do feel like blocking for Lamar is pretty easy, yo. It's
easier than for most.
Yeah. Because he can, if you make a mistake, a lot of times he can still avoid. So your stats as a lineman is going to look a lot better than what a typical drop back quarterback.
Yeah, that's how Falele got into the Pro Bowl this year.
He made the Pro Bowl this year?
He did.
Wow.
A rotation. He wrote somebody probably got injured or something, but he was the first. He was the first rotation.
But to Charles' point, your stats are going to look good behind Lamar. I mean,
that's what. Yeah.
But
the problem is the guards. You know, when defensive lines run stunts on them, they get beat. Falele, you know, whoever was over there on the left side last year, they were getting destroyed. You know, I know y'all remember the the shot Lamar took from Max Crosby. You know,
Oh yeah.
Hey man,
That
it was a
was-
step. It was a step up from that Villanueva year.
yeah,
It was a
that
step
was
Yo.
that was worse. That was worse
Yo,
because he
who
was
did Crosby?
he was playing left tackle. That was worse.
Yo, who did Crosby call out and said that they suck or whatever like after the game?
Falalele.
That was him.
Yeah.
That was I was like, man. He's like he sucked.
He said he sucks.
Nah, he said that
Chris Jones did it too.
he just said I got right by him.
Yeah.
Well,
Or
Chris,
something like
Chris
that.
Jones did it. Chris Jones did it. He walked up to him in the first game, and he was just like, I'm coming at you," and he went right around him
Yeah.
and sacked Lamar.
So
I think they knew on film that he's kind of a liability.
Yeah, he said you're gonna get Lamar killed out there.
So, but I don't. Falalele is going to be starting. I don't.
yeah,
He's their
the
project.
Yep, that's the reality. He's a starter now.
That was actually
Yeah.
Max Crosby's best game. He had 2 sacks and 2 stuffs, 5 tackles.
And we got a comment. Dreammaker 2344. I will take Judon at a vet minimum.
Yeah, but Judon's not going for a vet minimum. Judon is actually still technically valuable. Somebody is going to pay him.
You think so?
Yeah.
How old
Yeah.
is Judon?
Judon's
He gotta be at
32.
least 30, yeah,
He's
32,
32.
33.
I'm saying if we could just get somebody like, I mean, we just need that Clowney type of impact again. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like we can't pay Kyle Van Noy.
No.
But we need that impact. We need somebody that's gonna get us 10 sacks.
I don't think Judon want the bag no more though.
But why would we pay Judon? Here's the thing with Judon, right? He's going to command at least maybe 5-10 million per year, but he's not that guy anymore. We know that, right?
I'm gonna be honest, bro. I feel like it's gonna be hard for them to think about breaking the bread that we want them to break. We were second in sacks last year,
Yeah.
and we was first in sacks the year before that, and they never
Yeah.
broke no bread for a defensive end or offensive. A linebacker. So it's kind of like we're just producing right now without it.
Yeah.
I think we might draft a edge rusher.
Yo, but
The Ravens don't pay edge rushers.
hey, Judon had
costs a
16
lot.
sacks 2 years ago.
Yeah, but remember he was injured not last year, but the year before that he was injured. And quite frankly, he was sort of ineffective for Atlanta.
Yeah.
That was his peak.
Facts. Yeah.
16 sacks. He's not getting no more than 16 sacks. You know, we got that fool out of like the 5th round. Like that was like,
Yeah.
I would probably, if we had to pay somebody to come back,
Mississippi State.
I would probably bring back Zadarius because Zadarius last year had 9 sacks. I mean, this is for 2 teams because he played for Detroit and Cleveland. But he had 9 sacks last year. He had 5.5 the year before, and then for Minnesota, Pro Bowler, 10 sacks. So clearly Smith still has a lot left in the tank, but I don't think Judon has anything left in the tank. I'll be honest with you. Him and Preston Smith, Von Miller, these are all guys on their last.
Too old.
Yeah, these are guys on their last leg.
Yeah, they're done. They're done. I'm saying it's not a lot. It's not a lot going on right now as far as pass rushers that you can depend on for a decent price. It's just like we'll just have to wait and see how the market dries up and if there'll be something after the draft.
None of this sounds very exciting.
And to be honest with you,
when it comes to pass rusher,
to be honest with you, Khalil Mack had a down year last year. He only had 6 sacks, but
they had to keep him. They let Bosa go.
Yeah,
you need somebody.
Yeah. And Bosa looked good last year until he got hurt.
Yeah, that's why I was kind of good on Bosa. He
always hurt.
He's always hurt.
Yeah, I didn't want no part of that. Yeah.
Hey, I want to do a bet though.
What's the bet?
What position y'all think the Ravens going to drive?
First round?
First round? Ooh, that's a good
one. We can put $7 on it.
The problem is like what's going to be left by the time we draft, right?
Yeah, I don't see the Ravens drafting an edge rusher. What are we at 27?
Yeah.
I just don't see this. It's too late for an edge rusher. Maybe I'm gonna go defensive lineman. Somebody to replace Michael Pierce.
Okay.
That's what I think.
But it's a deep draft for that though.
So that would make sense.
Yeah, because it's okay. I mean, it makes sense.
I
though.
mean, you need somebody. You need a run stuffer.
Yeah, for sure.
So this is my thing. Because we have such a late draft pick, the best offensive lineman, the best wide receiver, the best quarterback, they be gone.
Yeah, pass rusher.
So even it's pass rusher gone. So even if so we usually just end up getting the best available player.
Right.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if we traded back out of the first round completely just to get picks for later. And if we did pick, I wouldn't be surprised if it ends up being like a safety. Or I know that's not like what we dropped Marcus Williams. So somebody's gonna have to be out there. I could see us getting to say we got Kyle Hamilton in the first round. So that's a thing. And I'm probably safety or cornerback. I can see
corner. I was thinking about cornerback too.
Yeah, deep DB though. Just because they're
two corners in a row. Remember we draft Wiggins in the first last year.
I mean, but Wiggins is a
was
starter.
worth it though.
Yeah,
Wiggins was worth it.
Wiggins is a starter, and we got to figure out what's the next option once we get done with Marlon. Marlon, it's time to start thinking about life after Marlon.
I don't know. All pro Marlo, so all pro Marlo, bro.
Nah.
Let me ask you this:
he took that pay cut because he not the same dude.
What you think about us drafting a running back at some point? Because Henry,
it wasn't a pay cut. It was just they restructured it into a signing bonus. It was not a pay cut. I'm just saying that because people were making that distinction on Twitter all week.
Yeah, well, still
it not being a pay cut.
Okay, well, we're still saying Marlon is useful. We're still saying Marlon is one of our top corners, if not our best corner. So I mean, it is what it is. But I'm just saying he is being supportive of what we're trying to do. I think Marlon's just like, Marlon has become one of our elder statesmen.
Yeah,
he's one of the Ravens that kind of connects, like how Brandon Williams was one of the last Ravens that connected us to like the Ray Lewis and the Suggs and all that. Yeah. Marlon's now that defender. Marlon is a defender that was drafted to the Ravens and been on the squad with Brandon Williams, with Suggs at the end. He been out there for a grip now.
Yeah.
When Marlon wasn't there, Jimmy Smith was there. Marlon wasn't there. We won a Super Bowl in 2013.
No, he came in 2016.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. A couple years later, but still, it was.
But he was still, he wasn't really the guy, immediately. Jimmy was still the guy when we drafted Marlon.
Yeah,
right.
So, he got to kind of come up under Jimmy a little bit. So,
yeah.
Yeah, because Jimmy got injured or he got busted for steroids, something like that.
That's
PEDs,
PEDs. Yeah.
Steroids is crazy.
Yeah.
Jumping straight to the roids, dog, is crazy.
It was something, some type of bad substance.
He did. I remember he got suspended.
Getting that shot in the ass. Getting that shot.
All right, Brian. For bet purposes, what position you gonna pick though?
Oh, all right. For bet purposes, dang, I really want us to get that safety out of Florida State, so I'm gonna go safety.
Safety.
Yeah.
What about you, Eddie?
I'm gonna go corner because I think they're going to have to think about replacing Marlon Humphrey eventually. And the draft, if I remember correctly, is stacked with corners. And I think you already picked defensive line. That would have been my first pick, but you already hopped on it before I did. So
yeah,
I'll go with corner.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with a tackle, offensive tackle.
Ooh,
we do need a backup.
Yeah,
we do need a backup. We need somebody that could possibly play right and left tackle.
Yeah. We got to figure out what to do because, like, right now we just can't.
We ain't got no depth.
We had to pay Ronnie Stanley.
Right.
We had to pay him. That's what's crazy.
We don't have anybody behind those two. Stanley and Rosengarten.
We didn't talk about that either. Ronnie Stanley staying.
Oh yeah.
Ronnie Stanley.
Did that happen this week?
Ronnie Stanley. It happened very shortly after we finished up last week, like probably Monday or something.
Okay.
But Ronnie decided to stay, and he was getting suited by others. So that to me, that's what make it even more impactful. Because to me, like Ronnie Stanley was getting suited by the Patriots was trying to jump over the moon.
They were trying to throw the bag at him.
The Patriots was trying to throw the bag at mad people, and nobody want to play for them.
Tunsil, I think Tunsil was on our list too, but I think the Commanders got Tunsil, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep, that's another pickup that's kind of like it's interesting to me. All right, so with the Ronnie Stanley thing is a big deal to me because he could have went to the Chiefs. They were trying to sign him,
right?
And they was like, that was their thing. They really wanted to like restructure their offensive line behind Ronnie Stanley out there.
Right.
And then, I think that was the main one. Oh, the Commanders. The Commanders were in the market for Ronnie Stanley initially. And
they settled for Tunsil.
And Ronnie Stanley said, I don't want more money. I'll just take regular left tackle money when he clearly could have got more. To stay with us. So again, that just shows me we see it, and the results, the results of Lamar's career are bearing it out. But like now we're starting to see it's really starting to fall into place because DeAndre Hopkins doesn't play for $5 million if Lamar Jackson ain't who he is.
Right.
And now we got Ronnie Stanley.
I mean, it kind of sounded like Stanley rejected the Chiefs. Like he was like, "Nah, I don't want to go there."
Well, they tampered first. That was illegal, and they probably gonna lose some draft picks and get fined some money for that too.
Yeah,
because they was in my dog DMs way too soon.
I think the Patriots got caught too. It was the Chiefs and the Patriots got caught.
No, it was the Chiefs and the Commanders.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the Pats was clean, but the Commanders they was extra thirsty, trying to protect their boy.
Okay, all right.
And I ain't gonna lie, they kind of overpaid Tunsil. I mean,
big overpaid.
$75 million for over 3 years. I mean, Tunsil's okay, but he ain't $75 million.
How old is Tunsil now? He's been playing for a while.
I think he's the same age as Stanley because he came in the same draft.
So 30, 31.
32.
32.
Or 31, 32. Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like
I'll take Stanley over Tunsil.
Yeah. Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, he's not bad. Don't get me wrong, but he's not.
No, Tunsil's good too.
Yeah, he's solid. Yeah.
I think Laramie Tunsil is good. But he getting older, and they made a decision. You know what I'm saying? I think they were just looking at it like they're young. The Texans are really young. They're about to play. Who they got out there? Stanley is super nice. They got to pay him at cornerback. They got that dude Derek Anderson. They look like LeBron. He's super nice, and they about to have to pay him at defensive tackle. And then they got CJ Stroud. He's super nice. He played quarterback. So they got mad checks that they about to have to deal out. Yeah, and I just think Laramie Tunsil at 32, he had a lot of holding calls last year on the low. I just think that it just wasn't looking like he wasn't trending upward. And they got a bunch of stuff trending upward that's about to be very costly. So they had to make a play. I respect it for trying. I respect it for getting out of it early and being able to get some draft picks while his stock is still high.
But they traded some good draft picks. I mean, a 3rd round pick, a 7th round pick, and then next year a 2nd and a 4th.
A 7th round pick.
Yeah,
that's your good.
But there's a 2nd round pick next year. It's in 2026. Yeah, and I'm kind of like
they might win a Super Bowl by then. I don't care.
Left tackles are expensive, bro. They're not cheap.
Yo, I feel like
but those a total of 4 draft picks though. I mean, a 2nd, a 3rd, and a 7th and a 4th. I mean, that's a decent amount of players.
Go ahead, Charles. Get your thought out.
I feel like respect goes a long way. I mean, we go to the games. Ronnie's the only person that can step to Lamar like he stepped to him. And I feel like Lamar steps to Ronnie and the only person that can step to Ronnie, because you gotta be like on that level, potential Hall of Famer. You know what I'm saying? Both of them are top of their position. You know, when Ronnie doesn't make that block, Lamar is in his, and the same vice versa. So,
bro, they be arguing on TV, bro.
Yeah, they really like brothers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And and not many people on a team can come at Lamar like that, and vice versa. So I feel like it's bigger than money. I feel like he gave the Ravens a discount, but not a big discount.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And we held him down when he was going through all those injuries, for sure. So I feel like money ain't everything, especially when it's his second contract. So it's about winning this chip. And I feel like Eric DeCosta keeping his team together for one more year, doing everything he can to win this chip.
That's facts. That's facts. Because Andrews coming back tells me that they like we can
run it back. Yeah,
we can get back to that same spot.
It's really the last ride, even with Marlo. You know what I'm saying? With Marlo, Marlo can still break the bank somewhere else. So can Andrews.
We already lost. We already lost Pierce.
Last dance.
We already lost. What's my dog from that went to Miami?
Queen? Oh no, he ain't going to Miami.
Queen too. But nah, I'm talking about
even before then.
I'm talking about the dude Calais. I really wanted to win with Calais, dog.
Calais Campbell?
He might come back, right?
Yeah.
Well, he got.
People been saying,
He might.
What is he
Calais
like?
Campbell he's 38, 38.
Yeah,
he's a freak of nature.
But he's solid,
bro. And our special teams we were blocking kicks with him, blocking field goals.
That dude is so big, he can literally
5
block
sacks
a
last
kick.
year.
Yeah, and you can't run around him. It's just a waste of time. He's unmovable. One or two people.
I was
still
upset
to make
when
the
we
play.
let him go, I wanted
12
to keep
QB hits for a 38-year-old defensive tackle. Wow.
That's pretty impressive.
That's very impressive,
bro. He's a super athlete.
Apparently, the reports are that the Steelers and the Kansas City Chiefs are interested in Calais.
Of course, the Steelers being mad thirsty too.
Thirsty,
They gotta be, bro. They gotta be. They don't have no quarterback.
I mean, it looks like they're gonna get Rodgers or Wilson.
Bro,
we thought Rodgers was going to go.
Rodgers is flirting with Minnesota.
And you know what? I'm not going to lie to you. That would be a perfect place for Rodgers.
It sounds like Minnesota isn't. They're not sure if McCarthy's going to be ready. So
he owned the Vikings though.
What you talking about?
Oh yeah, own them as in like they don't care.
Oh no, was that the Bears or the Vikings?
It was the Bears actually.
Oh, it's the Bears.
But he has a great record. He has a great record against the Vikings, but he's going the same route as, if you remember, Brett Favre. Because remember, Brett Favre crashed out in New York as well.
Yeah,
and then went to
Minnesota and had a good little year.
Got to the NFC Championship.
That's
right. That was the bounty gate. That was the bounty gate, yeah, bro. I remember watching Brett Favre get just destroyed in that game, bro, and being like, something is wrong here. They was they were hitting them after the play. The whistle was blown. Dudes were still pushing them.
It was crazy.
Like I was like, bro, they doing too much.
The fact that he kept getting up,
like, I remember that game.
Was broken,
brutal.
He don't care.
And actually, that was his best statistical year, actually, because he had like 4,500 yards, 30 touchdowns, and only like 4 interceptions. It was crazy. And so, if you give Aaron Rodgers the weapons that are in Minnesota right now,
oh my God,
he would go off.
Oh my God, Aaron Rodgers with Minnesota would be crazy.
That'd be crazy.
That's actually still scary. Like I believe in that in a way that I don't believe in him. If Aaron Rodgers goes to the Steelers, it's gonna be disgusting. That's gonna be gross. Oh my God, that's gonna be the worst thing on TV. Pickens,
you got two
DK.
receivers that can't run routes.
Oh my God, it's gonna be bad.
Pickens will crash out on the sideline. DK will be throwing
I ain't gonna cuss him
Gatorade
out.
models.
DK gonna be fighting the safety on the other team.
Aaron's just gonna hike the ball
getting
and
ejected.
Aaron's gonna be hiking the ball and just grounding it, just walking off the field. Like, third down, punt. We're done. They suck. Why? Like he that type of dude. Like he don't care. He made $50 million a year. He don't care no more. And
he would be great with Justin Jefferson.
Amazing.
Oh, yeah.
And Addison.
That is Justin
Addison,
Jefferson is perfect.
Hopkinson,
his
security blanket, and then Aaron Jones in the backfield.
No, Aaron Jones gone.
Oh, he gone?
I think he got paid. Aaron Jones got paid somewhere.
He keep getting paid, bro.
He do.
He's good.
The Vikings just paid him, bro.
He do.
Old running backs, bro.
So who's their running back now? Jordan.
Oh no, he stayed. No, okay, he stayed with the Vikes. My bad. He stayed with the Vikes too, but he did sign a new contract, 2 years for $20 million.
Yeah, and that's solid. I mean, Aaron Jones, low key, was a top 5 running back last year in yardage.
That's
I understood why the Packers moved off of him though. They got Josh Jacobs.
Yeah, Josh Jacobs is solid.
Yeah, and he's younger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what's up with the Colts though? Are they what's up with them? Are they done?
Nah, I mean
they signed
they got wide receivers.
Daniel Jones, right?
They got a running back.
They got Danny Jones, and apparently it's an open competition at the QB position.
So they traded up and used their first round draft pick on a quarterback that they're not even trying to let legitimately have a runway to start in his second year. I feel like
they've given that boy some runway.
They gave him runway, bro. All right. Hold up. Let me 1 second. You drafted him as a project.
Yes, he is a project.
And then you was disappointed that the project didn't get off the ground in year 1.
That's facts.
Not really though, because
it's year 2. Oh, so it's year 2. So
it's year 3. It's year 3 now.
Year 3.
Oh, he got hurt the first year. Remember,
he got hurt the first year, but he was cooking initially.
But he showed.
He was cooking. He was deadly accurate.
He was cooking.
He was cooking, man.
We forgot about D-Hop, yo.
About the signing.
Yeah.
I mentioned it, but we didn't sit on it very long.
Y'all want to do D-Hop and then come back to the Colts, or?
Yeah, I mean we can get a feel for everybody's. I mean I think I know how everybody feel about the D-Hop signing, but
it's a great.
Maybe I'm wrong.
It's a great signing.
Let's.
Anybody disagree with it?
Well, let's start with you, Eddie. How you feel about it?
It's a great signing. I mean, there's a veteran receiver who has the best hands in the NFL, so he's not going to drop that ball. He's not the fastest guy anymore, but he doesn't need to be, right? We have fast guys on both on the outside with Bateman and say Flowers. He just needs to catch the ball. He's a step above Nelson Aguilar. I will give Aguilar his due credit though. Aguilar can catch, but Aguilar can't run. And I think D-Hop has a little bit more juice left in his legs.
You mean the other way around, bro.
Aguilar can run, but he can't catch.
Yeah, you got that backwards.
Sorry, I meant the other way around. Yeah. So D-Hop can catch, possession wide receiver, solid. He reminds me of like Anquan when we had both. Right. Oh, and D-Hop is a really good blocker as well, which is going to be important for runs on the outside.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, I like Likely in the slot, and so I can't imagine what D-Hop going to do. You know what I'm saying? So in that offense, the slot wide receiver eats. You know what I'm saying? I like it, but I like the Wallace signing even more, for real. So
Tylan Wallace?
Yeah, that's my guy, bro. He's clutch.
It's not really a signing, it's just a re-signing.
It's not really a signing. Yeah, he was already on the team.
Yeah.
Tylan Wallace, dog. Tylan Wallace is the
Justice Hill, Tylan Wallace. Those are Charles's guys.
I'm saying those are top-tier Ravens, dog. Those are lifetime Ravens.
They are.
In Ardarius Washington.
And Ardarius.
I throw him in that group too.
And James Prochet. Bring him back.
I like. Whoa.
Not Jay's
Hey,
brother.
hey, he did fumble on that Browns game for us, though.
He did that. He threw that game for us.
Yeah,
And he
yeah.
threw his
Shout out to
career
him.
away. That was it.
Oh my god.
He had money on that game, I swear.
He must have.
He don't drop nothing. He dropped that.
Yeah,
Yo,
but
Wallace clutch up.
DeAndre
Yo,
solid.
how many third down and fourth down catches like Wallace? You know, he not even that. Lamar threw to him. He don't drop nothing. Yo, he's always ready. I think when
Charles, I agree
OBJ
with you.
was on the team, I feel like he sucked in all the knowledge he could, bro. I feel like he made a big jump when we had
he was great
OBJ.
last year.
So
Yeah.
as far as
I'm cool.
knowledge,
I'm cool. I think Tylen Wallace is clearly our number 4 receiver. I think he's like clearly number 4. I do think Tez Walker can take that spot. I do think Tez Walker can take that spot.
I think Walker's raw though. I think he needs some time.
Dog. All right. So now we can talk about it also. We really taking the receiver position serious now.
Yeah.
Bro.
Yeah, bro. The receiver position ain't been this active for the Ravens in years.
We are active, bro.
Yeah,
every year they giving me a legitimate. They went and got first round talent in Hollywood, and then Flowers and Bateman, and now they investing, bro. They really investing. They go out and give me they get legitimate signings in the offseason. Sneaky Aguilar signing was that 1 year, and then picked up Odell, made it happen. Then which helped us sign Lamar, and then. And now picking up D-Hop, even though we wanted him to be more aggressive, we wanted him to go get more stuff last year. But I feel like this is the first time. And again, this is just like being a Ravens fan. Like I see the front office, I see them top to bottom chasing a ring. They doing what it takes. Offensively, you gotta have firepower. And I'm just overwhelmed. They just have so much. Like, yo, we got legitimate Flowers, legitimate Bateman. We bringing in D-Hop. I'm like, where he at? Is he the 3rd? He the 2? I don't know. He not the 1. He not coming to be the number 1 receiver. I love that. He coming to get in line and just get some extra passes. And then you still got Tylen Wallace. You still got two legitimate tight ends. You still got Derrick Henry in the backfield. Bro, line them up right now. Line them up. I don't care who blocking. Line them up right now. No, I can't.
Yo, I'm thinking that, yo, if we draft on offense, it means a chance that they're not even going to make the team. I mean, that's how deep we are, bro.
Yeah, we're talking about Tez Walker. I'm like, yo, he might not make the squad next year. Like, who knows if we might get somebody that's a rookie that comes into the camp and goes crazy. You like if somebody come in camp and does with Pickens, the dude Lacey. I like the guy Lacey out of LSU. They got in trouble, so he's probably gonna fall in the draft. We pick up him. He might come into the camp and be like, "I'm sorry, Tez, but I might need to get one. I might need to take some Tylen Wallace snaps already. I might be on that type of time." So, like, yeah, we in position, bro. I really think that, like, you know, obviously there's some offensive line depth that we need to deal with and defensive line depth.
Yeah.
But if we can get the trenches together, like, I'm not concerned about the periphery. I think outside we good on the DB and wide receiver. And that's the first time I felt like that in years.
Yeah.
If ever in my life. I don't feel like, you know what I'm saying? We might have had one good wide receiver and just a bunch of complementary pieces.
It's weird, bro. Because it's like we drafted tight end. Why? Why?
We got a top 5 wide receiver room.
Exactly. We draft a running back.
I think Lamar.
But that's what I did mention.
I think Lamar had changed the priorities for the team.
They finally accepted it.
I think they've Harbaugh. You know, the Ravens are. You know, they turn slowly. They don't react quickly. They need to see the evidence first. And I think now they're like, okay, we got to put as much talent around Lamar as we can. Not only because he can execute better, but also we can keep Lamar upright longer.
Correct.
The more weapons around Lamar, the less pressure on Lamar, then Lamar is able to, you know, dish the ball and do whatever he has to do. He doesn't have to take the beating that he was taking early in his career. You know, so I think the Ravens have finally figured that out. Yeah,
it was about time. I feel like and that's what I was saying on that on the lineup earlier, I wanted to say about Eric DeCosta and the Ravens in general. Like, we watched the Bills basically, like, they drafted Josh Allen, and then he was kind of like not as good as Lamar, obviously, for them first 2 years. And by the third year, when he showed a glimmer of hope, they completely bought in and started putting pieces and started putting pieces around him. Now, obviously, it's Buffalo, so like they're not institutionally. I just don't believe in that the same way as I believe in Baltimore. But like, we were not valuing the wide receiver position for Lamar's first couple years in the league.
Seth Roberts.
Yeah, type, you know what I'm saying? Chris Moore,
Willie Snead at the end.
Nasty,
Willie Snead.
Miles Boykins.
Boykin.
Man.
Oh God.
Yo, Miles Boykin was an athletic freak, the best blocking wide receiver in the NFL.
And he couldn't get on the field nowhere. He couldn't get on. Yeah, once he left
Snead was a
Baltimore,
very good blocker too.
Every time Lamar would throw to him, it would be an interception.
Yo, it's crazy because Boykin has like the same like he has 99% athleticism.
Brashad Perriman.
But
that was before Lamar. That was for Joe Flacco. But you're right.
Yeah.
That goes back to how we was valuing the wide receiver position.
Yeah,
it's the same people running the team. So
no, but now they switched. They got T. Martin bringing in wide receiver.
Oh yeah.
Bringing in certain pieces. They started. It started with the Hollywood draft. It started that year. That's when they started to put value on trying to score points through wide receivers. Yeah. I still don't think they've nailed down how to get a big body receiver because they keep drafting guys that are 6 foot or below. But if they could ever get to that and give me 163, obviously D-Hop is going to be big for us if he can be. But
well, I think D-Hop makes the catch radius bigger for Lamar. It's easier throws for him. Go ahead.
We've never given that to him. We've never given Lamar like that type of like for whatever it is. Mark Andrews is a big body, but he doesn't really offer a lot of like versatility with the catches. Like, it got to be kind of on him. You got to be at it. He'll go get it, no doubt. But I just don't feel like he reaches for balls, but he don't be pulling them in. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not like he Gronk.
And like D-Hop is going to bring that to the table.
Yeah, D-Hop be giving you catches that be like, oh, that ball was kind of like out of there. And he snagged it back and got hit. So I just don't think Lamar has really ever had a receiver give him anything more than whatever Lamar gave as his best possible throws. Like, I put the ball perfectly for you, and you just thank God you caught it, because it's been a bunch of like, I put the ball perfectly for you, or it's a little bit off, and you just like touched it with your hands and just fell and just was like, oh, my bad.
Yo, I like Hollywood, yo. That's my guy. But I remember when he dropped like 3 or 4 touchdowns.
That Lions game.
Yeah, that hurt. Man.
See, we still won that game though. That was the Tucker
70 yarder.
I'll say this about Hollywood.
I think.
Okay. I'll say this about Hollywood. If Hollywood is now getting paid how much Hollywood is worth, he's now being 1 year like 10 to 12 million. I think he got like 10 million. He can make 15 or 16 if like he has a really good year. But like, that's all we wanted to pay Hollywood. Right. But he was going to sit in front of Eric DeCosta and demand $22 million a year.
Yeah.
Right.
And he was going to be our number 1 wide receiver. He was going to be 1,000-yard Pro Bowl receiver. Like, we was going to have to pay him.
Yeah, I feel like, yeah, for sure. And I feel like Hollywood is gifted. You know what I'm saying? I really believe
No, he's not.
I do. I feel like he runs a 4.3 and
he's fast.
And if Lamar break that pocket, he's gone.
His production since he's left Baltimore is the reason why I feel like we made the right decision.
He's been hurt a lot.
That's an ability though. Your availability is an ability. It's the best ability.
I'm actually not mad that we moved off Hollywood. I kind of like we moved off them. We drafted Bateman. We drafted Zay. I kind of like where I'm not mad at moving off.
And the center, Linderbaum. We got Linderbaum.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Hollywood's never on one-on-one coverage either. He's always have a safety over top of him.
That's true. Yeah. No, I liked Hollywood when he was here. I just think that he priced himself out.
Yeah, it was just a mutual. I mean, in the Greg Roman offense, so.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
He should have just wanted to stay just to see that change, honestly.
Right.
Like, come on, we got to get something better than Greg Roman.
Oh, we got Marlon definitely not going anywhere.
Yeah, I was just
not
wanting to dream
this year.
Yeah.
They restructured his contract, so he's definitely at least going to be here for this upcoming season.
All right, y'all want to do 5 more minutes on the Ravens? We're almost an hour.
I mean, I was thinking more so like about around the league. Like, were there any signings around the league that kind of shocked you or like made you feel like, oh, that's major. That's a major deal.
I was definitely shocked about. Again, I mean, I've been harping on this. Sam Darnold getting $100 million. I mean, listen,
somebody had to give it to him.
I don't think Seahawks were competing with themselves on that deal. I don't think Sam Darnold was going to get $100 million from anybody else. Seahawks created a void at quarterback by trading Geno Smith to the Raiders. Now, listen, I'll take that trade too. You want to give me some draft picks for Geno Smith? All right, so be it. But honestly, I think Sam Darnold's numbers and his value is highly inflated. He was playing with the best offense, best offensive line, the best receivers in the NFL, a top 5 tight end, and a good running back. Like he couldn't fail. You could have threw Gardner Minshew on that offense, and he would cook as well, right? So yeah, $100 million.
We be shitting on Gardner Minshew,
yeah. So I don't think he's worth $100 million. And now, okay, what is he going to give you? He'll give you maybe a couple of checkdowns, 20-yard passes if he can get the ball 20 yards. I mean, I'm not sure who's going to catch those 20-yard passes because Cooper Kupp is on his 1.5 leg.
So the Seahawks got Cooper Kupp too.
Yeah, they got Cooper Kupp. They sent DK Metcalf packing. They told Tyler Lockett, thanks for your services, but you're not welcome here anymore.
Jackson Smith and
Jackson. I was going to get to that. Jackson Smith and the Jigbu, right? And he's going to run 40 yards down the field, and Sam Darnold's going to throw it 30 yards, and it's going to fall short. So I don't know how it's going to work out.
But in Jigba and Cooper Kupp, they're both kind of small receivers, aren't they?
Yeah.
Cooper's a little bit bigger. Cooper's I want to say 6'3".
Cooper's 6'3" on the low.
He's 6'3".
Yeah,
he's not a speed guy. Cooper is a great possession receiver. He can block.
He looks little.
He's 6'2". He's actually 6'2", but that's still decent size.
That's still pretty tall for a receiver.
Yeah, but Cooper hasn't played a full season in like 2 years, right?
Yeah, he old. He kind of hitting that. Wes Welker, Julian Edelman territory where like they
that Triple Crown was his year.
They played 10 years and then their body just can't keep up the beating. I think he's too beat up now.
I think I think he got beaten up a little bit. He's still when he plays, he's still very good. Even last year,
he got a lot of targets, 6
touchdowns, 710 yards. It's not bad. But he's definitely not replacing DK's production. So we'll see. I mean, I don't even think the Seahawks are even the second best team in that division. They just got lucky the last couple of games of the season where they finish off with a 10-7 record because 49ers completely collapsed and the Cardinals were like, "Hey, we're not going to compete anymore."
But
so we'll see.
What's going on? What's going on with Arizona? What are they doing? They just riding out this collar deal.
They trash.
The Cardinals are a strange football team. What's interesting is they started off at decently. I want to say they were like 6-3 initially. I don't know. What did they say? Seahawks got 10 draft picks this year too. Well, there you go. Hey. But again, $100 million for 3 years. Clearly he's not the future. I guess it's kind of like a prove it. after 2 years, but $100 million to find a prove it. Honestly, I think it's a little bit rich. But yeah, back to what we're saying. I think that's the one deal I say that shocked me. I'm not really surprised about the Justin Fields deal. I think that's a very fair offer.
That's where I was gonna go next. What do y'all think about Justin Fields to the Jets?
I think that's a great deal for both sides, right?
Yeah,
What you think, Charles?
I like that deal. I did. I mean, obviously, I don't really have a lot of high expectations for Justin Fields.
No.
But I feel like this is his last chance to be a starter. You want to go somewhere where you're going to get, full reign to give it a shot. They do got some pieces with Garrett Wilson and Breece Hall out there. And the O-line, even though they lost now Moses and they lost Makai Becton, he was on Philly. So they were decent on the offensive line. So now you just hope that you can put some pieces together and try to make it work. But I do like that for Justin Fields. Give him a shot. I don't think the Jets are a threat to do anything. But they could be interesting with the Justin Fields thing. I'd be surprised if Justin Fields stay healthy for real. I just don't see what he does. I just think he's a very physical runner, and he's gonna take hits.
I'm expecting a major jump for him this year. Sitting behind Russell, a championship level quarterback, teaching them skills besides, Russell was a top athletic quarterback as well, but he also learned the game, learned what it takes to be a pro. Mike Tomlin also giving him all the tools he needs. I'm expecting a big jump. Personally, I feel like the Jets is a young team, so he fits right in with that environment. But New York is tough. You're gonna have to win in New York. So even if you're playing with the Jets, still, what I'm saying, it's a different type quarterback. You're not gonna last in New York losing. So
true.
Yeah, I mean, if he plays bad, he's probably not coming back next year because the Jets they have no problem just moving on from quarterbacks.
Yeah,
right.
Stand on that cycle.
One thing that I'm noticing is that turf field got to go. That is the worst field in the NFL.
Talking about MetLife.
MetLife, they got a nice stadium, but that field is trash. That turf field needs to go. They need to go back to the regular grass, especially with a running quarterback. So
yeah, I didn't even think about it.
A
lot of people blew their knees out on that MetLife field, that turf.
It is going to be interesting to see how they Saquon and actually Daniel Jones blew his knee out on that field too. And Daniel Jones technically was a mobile quarterback initially. What's interesting though, I am very interested to see how this is going to work out because Aaron Glenn is now the head coach. The offensive coordinator was a former assistant for Detroit Lions. And the way they structured that Lions team was around Jared Goff's ability, right? Huge arm, pocket passer. And I'm really interested to see how they're going to work with Justin Fields' skill set. I thought maybe if they would have brought in a guy like Greg Roman and probably run like a fake Ravens 2019 type of offense, maybe that could work.
They're running that offense with your
Justin
boy
Herbert.
Yeah, Justin Herbert, which doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, it's nasty. It don't work.
It don't work. But they have J.K. Dobbins, which kind of yeah. But anyway, I don't know how it's going to work, but I am very interested to see because what I saw from Justin Fields last year is in a structured offense, right? Where they're like, listen, this is what we want you to do. You're going to throw it to either these two guys. If not, take off and run. And if it's not, a straight shot down the field for like 10 yards, slide or run out of bounds. And that worked for Justin Fields. He had a winning record when he was starting for the Pittsburgh Steelers, and they were sort of moving the ball, in my opinion, a little bit better on the run game than they were when they had Russell Wilson. And honestly, I want to say the offense kind of stalled with Russell Wilson because those last 7 games of the season when Russell was starting were just really hard to watch. But I'm interested to see how it will work out. I don't think it's going to work out. If you were like, Eddie, put some money on it right now, is it going to work out? I don't think it's going to, but That division surprisingly is horrible outside of the Bills. Miami's quarterback situation is a joke. Tua can't stay healthy, and he's probably one more tackle away from ending his career. Tyreek, we don't even know if he's coming back, but that's just not a non-story. And the Patriots,
the Bills just inherited Tom Brady's, bad division.
Exactly. And the Patriots suck. So let's just be real. So the Jets may low key find themselves in a 9-8, 8-9 season and be competitive enough for a wild card spot. So we'll see.
What do y'all think about because it kind of seems like our division is low key kind of falling apart. I mean, it looks like the Bengals are about to pay 2 receivers over $25 million, which is fucking stupid because you had those receivers last year and you went 9-8 because you had nothing on defense. So now you're gonna let your pass rusher leave, the one defensive player you had, and you're gonna pay these 2 receivers and do what? Go 9-8.
They're going to throw the ball every single down. It's going to be a shootout every game.
You're going to score 50 every game. Like the Bengals.
I love it. Love to see
they make no sense, bro. They just make no sense. Everything they don't care about defense at all.
Hey man, this is it. This is they caught lightning in the bottle. And everybody got hurt for two seasons, and every single Bengals fan ran and said that the AFC North was theirs, and they ignored all the last 30 years and the last 40 years, and they just wanted to say that this was their time. And they had Joe Burrow, and it was Joe Shiesty, and it was this and that.
Shiesty.
And I remember how cold of a white boy they tried to prop him up to be, and now
I like Joe Burrow though. I like Joe
Burrow. He cool, but the situation still had to play out, and it's like there's a cheap organization, and they was gonna have to figure out how they was going to pay a defense. That they got the leading sacker, and they got all these different pieces. You got to pay people, and now they got to pay T. Higgins. They don't know how to do that right. They about to try to give him 20 and give Jamar Chase 30 and
40.
Yeah, and they don't have no linebackers.
They fumbled and said they already said publicly that they were going to make Jamar Chase the highest paid non-quarterback. But then all of these other people, I guess they didn't think that who was it from the Browns? Myles Garrett was going to become the next, non-quarterback, the highest paid, and then somebody else got paid after him. So now they looking at giving Jamar Chase $40 million.
Crazy.
Yeah, but they should have been paid him. That's their fault.
They should have paid him last year, right?
Fault. They should have paid him last year. Yeah, because they knew T. Higgins was going to be a free agent this year, and to give him the franchise tag. I don't even know the last receiver that's received the franchise tag, to be honest with you. But now he's guaranteed $25 million. Like it's crazy.
Right.
That's why the Eagles are who they are. They pay people as soon as they can. Right? They invest on offense like the Bengals are trying to do, and they draft well on defense. That's the formula to success.
Yeah, the drafting on defense part. That's what the Philly got good because of that, for real.
And Philly just let all of their veteran defensive backs just walk. CJ Gardner-Johnson, Slay,
CJ gone, but he's annoying. Yeah. He must be annoying. They hate him.
Who, Gardner-Johnson?
Yeah, he Slay? Gardner-Johnson.
Yeah.
They hate him out there because they done had him and cut him and got him and traded him and got him back. They like, and you gone. We won a Super Bowl and you gone again. They must be sick of him.
Yeah.
I mean,
left too.
I mean, that's going to happen after you win a Super Bowl.
Well, they drafted all of those young boys last year. So now, they believe in, Cooper DeJean and who's the other the corner they drafted last year? I forgot his name.
I know they drafted them safeties.
I just know that tackle that they drafted. Was it not? Is it Montez Sweat? It was somebody.
No, Montez Sweat played defensive end.
It's somebody. Jalen Carter. My bad. Jalen Carter's a freaking monster.
Yeah, I mean they got a bunch of young boys on defense now, so all of the old boys they letting them walk. So the Eagles just keeping it moving, man.
That division, and they're going to run that division for the next 5 years. Because I mean, even though the Commanders are good, I don't see anybody taking them.
The fact that they got Saquon is crazy.
We could have had Saquon for $2 million more.
Listen, I'm happy with Derrick Henry. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm happy with Derrick.
Saquon's younger.
Yes.
I like Derrick Henry for sure, but when he dropped that pass in the playoff game, I did have my thoughts.
The fact we're throwing it to Derrick Henry is a red flag anyway.
It was a perfect pass.
Justice Hill was out.
And the fact that he's not in with the game on the line, it just bothers me.
But that's a coaching thing. That's not a Derrick Henry thing, though.
But that tells you how crucial Justice Hill is, bro. Because when Justice Hill was hurt for those couple of games, when he got that concussion, the offense looked way different. We had Derrick Henry running out catching screens. It just looked wild.
Yeah.
Keaton Mitchell's also going to be healthy next year too, so that's going to be keep that in mind.
Justice Hill catch everything.
He catches everything. He's solid.
And he's starting to get some moves. You know what I'm saying? Instead of just running and getting tackled. So
he's gotten better. He's definitely gotten better since his beginning.
But Derrick Henry's whole trajectory doesn't make any sense to me. He's like 33, and he still put 1,900 yards, 16 touchdowns. Like that's crazy. Like I know Adrian Peterson had a bit of a run there towards the end of his career as well. But like this is defying logic. This is LeBron type of.
He won MVP towards the end of his career, didn't he?
He won MVP when he came back off of ACL. But remember when he went to the at the time they were called the Redskins, and he ran for 1,000 yards at like age 36. It was like something stupid.
Yeah.
I feel like Derrick Henry is one of one, and then he takes it serious. His body.
Yeah. He's fast too. Remember he ran like 80 yards like 3 times.
Yeah, I feel like if he loses a couple steps that big, it don't matter.
It don't matter.
The stiff arm is going to be the stiff arm. A difference between a 4.3 and a 4.4 at that size. I mean, what is it? What you think, Brian?
Yeah, no, he's definitely one of them ones. Like probably one of the last running backs to go for 10K.
Yeah,
he's just a special. It's special. That's why I'm saying I don't know, man. This is a pretty special situation to get Lamar Jackson at the peak of his powers with Derrick Henry. We just watched Derrick Henry go for damn near 6 yards a carry. Like that's like, what are we doing? Like he's and he doesn't look like he has any. I got no indication that he's about to slow down. Like Derrick Henry last year looked like LeBron in 2018. Like it's just like, okay, we got the runway is still very long for him. Like I feel like he got at least another season. Like he gonna finish this contract out for sure.
Yeah. I would like him,
and maybe even resign again.
Yeah, if I had to say anything about Henry though, he got to be I would like him to be on the field a little bit more, and I like him to work on his wide receiver skills. As far as or just being on the same page, or something, because that's part of our offense, and it ain't gonna change. So
running backs got to catch passes.
Yeah, so.
I mean, unless the running part you just really, really good at.
Yeah, I mean he is,
and he kind of do that. Yeah, like I'm okay with him not being as complete a running back as some of the other guys, because the other guys don't run over people like he does.
Right. Yeah. Right. But if he does catch it, he's already past the first level, and then he's just going against the linebackers and the safeties.
That stiff arm is crazy.
That's nice. All right, somebody in the chat. I ain't even.
Internet Money PE.
I can't see.
How you doing?
Oh, I ain't even peeped it.
Oh, we got some investors on the chat. All right.
Hollywood soft. He can't take a hit.
I mean, that's not wrong.
I was saying he's little.
I don't think Hollywood's soft, man.
Yeah, I mean, that was a nasty hit he took in the preseason last year. I mean, he fell like right on his shoulder, but he is small, so
He can't
that
stay
stuff's gonna
healthy
happen.
either. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what you guys think about our division? I think we were getting to it, but so
The Bengals, yeah.
yeah.
The Bengals are just.
But I think let's move on to the Browns, because I think the Browns are the more intriguing team, because we don't know what we're going to get out of the Browns. We don't know if they're going to pull off a late season run and go 10-7, or they're going to completely collapse and go 0-17. Like, what are we getting with them?
They signed Kenny Pickett.
They did.
They traded DTR for Kenny Pickett from the Eagles. So the Eagles now they got DTR.
So just do with that as you will. Like,
it means nothing.
It means that absolutely nothing.
Browns getting that new stadium, so
they signed.
That's positive.
They got Myles Garrett back, so I mean,
$40 million, and he still can't catch Lamar. What's the point?
What's the point?
I like Myles Garrett, bro.
Nah, I do. I just throwing a shot. That's all.
Well, he had 19 sacks last year.
Yeah, he's a beast, and he gets double teamed.
Yeah,
I don't.
Every play, he's a beast.
Oh man,
but I don't think giving him all that money was a good idea though, because I mean their cap is like destroyed now because of
he said he's not coming back no matter what. Oh, 40 million a year. Oh, okay, yeah, I'll be back. Yeah.
Right. So I mean they had to give him big money to keep him.
The man said, "I'm not coming back," and he saw the contract and was like, "Oh, okay, I'm coming back."
Yo, money talks, yo. Like honestly, let's be real. Like, winning a championship is important, but man, $40 million a year
to a non-quarterback.
Go Browns. Shoot. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm with it. I'm about to get a tattoo. Dog pound. I can that type of money make somebody switch up.
And they still paying Deshaun Watson technically too. Because Deshaun, he's still on the roster. And quite frankly, I think he's technically their number one guy still.
Deshaun coming back. What you mean?
Yeah. Deshaun coming back. I mean, Jerry Jeudy gonna be
in
pissed.
like 2 years.
I think you come back this year. Bro. I mean, well, I don't know.
No, I thought he retore his
he's done.
Everything's torn. His ACL, his Achilles, everything torn.
Yeah, he's not gonna be a mobile quarterback anymore.
But he's probably he's missing this upcoming season, right?
Let me see. I don't know if he's technically been ruled out.
Yeah. I mean, the Browns are just, the Browns are browning. They doing what they do.
They said he could miss he could miss the entire season. We'll see.
Yeah, he's done.
He ruptured his Achilles again. My gosh. But
I don't even know how he did it.
On the good news, though, him and his girlfriend are just now engaged. So take that.
The Browns got the number 2 pick in the draft.
Yeah.
For real?
Yeah.
If they're smart, they'll take a Hunter.
They'll probably get Abdul Carter.
Y'all don't think they're gonna take a quarterback?
Who
are they going? I mean, Cam
who
Ward
gonna
will
go
be
play? Yeah, they can't get Cam. He's gonna be gone.
They get Shador.
They can't get Shador. He's not gonna
go play. Shador not gonna play. He gonna say like, "Yeah, I'll sit out this year and get drafted again next year." Shador not going there.
That's why they be bashing him. That's why Shador's stock is getting talked about like it is, because he's like already paid, and he already know the NFL game because his dad is like, tapped in.
Right.
And they can't play with him. You know what I'm saying? They can't like maneuver it.
I feel like that's all cap, bro. I mean, I feel like if you Deion Sanders' son, I feel like Deion Sanders is respected by everybody. All different levels, all different sports. I feel like that's all cap, man.
What's all cap?
That's what I'm saying. Maybe Deion called the Browns and was like, "Don't take them."
Deion said it publicly. He was like, "Yo, we not going any old place. It's I seen behind the curtain. I know what some of these front offices is doing, and I'm not putting my son in any of those negative situations.
I don't feel like the Browns is a negative situation. I just think that their GM be missing, yo.
Bro, are you serious?
I know you
on.
don't. You gonna give me with the
I
Baker
mean,
stuff?
no.
The Baker.
I think the
That
Browns
was a
got a
good
good
one.
coach. I think Browns got a good coach.
I mean,
They
if you
have
think about it,
a good coach.
they invested in a new stadium. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that they had a complete team,
What the
I
hell
agree
you
with
doing,
you,
man,
Charles.
dude?
I agree with you.
and but they fumbled on Watson.
Yeah.
Bro, we haven't seen a single quarterback be good in Cleveland since never.
Baker. Since
But they be
Baker.
trying. It's not for a lack of trying.
Bro,
They
you
just
said
miss.
since Baker. Baker won one playoff game. Let's leave Baker out of this. He's not good. That's not considered like
Yeah,
I know
one
he's
playoff
graduated.
game for the Browns is like everything.
Okay,
I mean,
so that's perfect because Dion is a winner, right? Shador is a winner, and if you need to win, if you need to turn the franchise around, he's proven that he can do that. I understand what you're saying, but I also think that it just needs to be some conversations. That's all. I feel like the Browns
just like Eli didn't go to New York. Same
To
thing.
San Diego.
San Diego.
San Diego. Sorry, my bad. He would have went to New York. He went to New York actually, but he didn't go. He didn't go to San Diego because of the Manning family knowing what goes on and knowing that franchise was not about to win. He said, my son ain't going there to lose. We trying to win. And they went to the Giants and he got a couple. So I think that Dion going to usher he going to navigate his son the same exact way.
So where do you think Shador is going to end up going?
The Raiders.
The Raiders.
Yep. Shador going to end up going somewhere where Dion can end up coaching.
I think with the Raiders, what they're going to do is purposely, like with Shador, what I'm seeing is that he's purposely tanking his stock. Because remember, coming in, he was like second or third pick or whatever. Now, some mock drafts have Shador going as low as 21 to like the Steelers. So he's purposely tanking his own stock, and I think what's going to happen is that he's going to end up going to the Raiders. Pete Carroll will probably coach him a little bit, and then Dion comes in now the next year or the year after.
Yeah,
or it's just
that makes sense because that's why you pick up an old coach like Pete Carroll.
Yeah,
you can move on at any time.
Yeah,
we're gonna have to split some bets on. I'm going with the Browns number 2. I'll bet a case of water on it.
You think the Browns are going to take Shador number 2?
No, number 2.
No. I think they're either going to take Abdul Carter or they're going to reach and not even reach, but take Travis Hunter. And if they're smart, they'll pick Travis Hunter because they really have no receiver outside of Judy. And I don't even like Judy as a receiver. I think Judy just looks good on paper because he's the only receiver that they have.
Nah, Judy like Zay Flowers. Judy, to me, I mean, he went off.
He's not as good as Zay, though.
I mean, he's nice.
He's just in the right situation where he can get 12 targets a game. I think on a good team, Jerry Judy's like the second best receiver.
Yeah, for sure. He's not.
Yeah, 105 targets last year. Although to be fair, he did catch 62 of those targets.
Yo, I mean, I feel like he can ball, man. I feel like I think he's like Zay Flowers to me.
He may get
what I see.
He may get 200 targets next year because
I
mean, I don't know who else they're going to throw the ball to. I mean, Jerome Ford is a running back. So Elijah friggin' Moore. Wow.
Charles, read that comment.
I'll bet a case of water is crazy. I know I'm not that confident, right? Case of water is $3.99.
It's expensive, bro.
I bet water is crazy.
I'll bet a case of water.
That's crazy.
That's not confident at all.
Yeah, I bet an egg.
Also hearing about Bike Week. Playboy card.
That's funny.
Did we talk about the Steelers quarterback situation yet?
We have not.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, the Steelers are blowing a bunch of money, signing a bunch of people, but they can't fix the one problem that matters, which is at quarterback. So what do y'all think is, what are the Steelers going to do?
I don't think it matters. I mean, Tomlin has proven that you can throw anybody back there as quarterback and they'll end up winning 9-10 games. I mean, Pickett, he won with Pickett, he won with Mason Rudolph, right? They've been winning since Roethlisberger retired with a bunch of QBs that are at best third stringers. So I don't think it matters. I think Justin, I'll get back to Justin Fields. I feel like Justin Fields gave him a different element just because he was mobile, which Russell Wilson is not at this point of his career. But they're probably going to end up bringing back Wilson.
They said Russell was looking at the Browns though.
I think that's cap. I think that's cap.
I think that's crazy. Cap? I think that's crazy.
What I heard the Browns was looking at Russell Wilson.
Unless Russell's like not trying to win anymore. I mean, I don't know why he would go to the Browns. That's crazy.
Man, I think Pittsburgh wants Rodgers. They don't want Russell Wilson.
They want Rodgers, but does Rodgers want them?
Right.
Yeah. But I feel like Wilson won a multi-year deal, and Steelers not willing to do that. And I feel like they had a standoff. But also, they did draft Metcalf, and I think for Metcalf to take that deal, they had to tell him who the quarterback was. I would think so.
And Metcalf's year was with Wilson, by the way.
And Metcalf and Wilson are tight, like out off the field. So there has to be some conversation there, especially if he said he want to win.
Yeah, I didn't understand Metcalf going to the Steelers because they're not about to win.
I think they're playing both sides. I think they're looking. They want Wilson, but they're flirting with Aaron Rodgers. Because Aaron Rodgers, I don't know what's really in it. I mean, for Aaron Rodgers to go to Pittsburgh, I think he'll be better off going to the Vikings, but we'll see.
I feel like Wilson wasn't the problem. Is why they lost that shit. Need a running back. They need some reliable wide receivers. They need a new offensive coordinator.
Yeah, I never liked Najee Harris.
I never.
So
he tried.
I've never seen a more slow-footed running back.
Yeah. So I feel like that Wilson wasn't a problem. I mean, you gotta respect. I mean, Wilson is a Super Bowl winning quarterback that got in top shape, that is still deadly accurate deep, and that offense was only built for a running back that could ball out.
He's a solid QB. I mean, and I think he'll be solid for the Steelers. I don't think he's a game changer necessarily, but I think he's solid. And all you have to do as a quarterback for the Steelers, with the way they're built, is just be able to throw the ball 10 yards down the field, because they're not. And that's why they like Wilson, because he had a strong arm, and like you said, he was able to throw it deep, which is something that they never really had since Roethlisberger retired, right? So, so I think they're fine with Rodgers. I mean, not Rodgers, Wilson, but I really don't honestly think that moves the needle. And even if it did move the needle, are they better than the Ravens?
Hell no.
No,
what's the needle?
But that ain't going. This is our time. This is our time to win a Super Bowl. So it's not. This is our window. They're not better to be I mean, if we slip up, I feel like they're gonna be playing mistake free. Playing the Steelers way, as a well coached team. And I feel like Wilson is past the age where he's willing to take those hits. To what he did when he was younger to make that extra yard or two. I feel like he's not doing that. I feel like he won't do that. And I feel like
he wasn't doing it last year. He was just dropping.
Yeah,
he wasn't trying to get away.
He gonna run the play. He gonna do whatever he can, but he's not gonna lose his brain over football at his point of his career as a family man and who he's with. I mean, he's obviously got enough money to last multiple generations. So I do feel like that, He's not going to dive on that field and take that hit. I don't blame him.
Well, I think that sums it up for the Steelers. I mean, I really don't think it doesn't matter who their quarterback is. They're not going to move the needle. They're a 10-7, 9-8 team, and that's all they're ever going to be, as far as I'm concerned. until something
Yeah.
until something drastically changes.
They gotta
Yeah.
lose. You have to have a losing season so that you can draft a quarterback.
Yeah, but they drafting winners though. Everybody, I mean, they drafting a lot of Ravens players that could ball. They got ballers on the team.
They still got TJ Watt.
Like Devin said, they kind of got stuck in the same spot that we was about to be stuck in if we didn't end up with Lamar. Like we just got lucky and got Lamar, and then they decided to go full send on a totally different offense that allowed us to be like very relevant today. The Steelers stayed pat. They waited too long to figure out what was next after Big Ben, and now they haven't found a proper successor. Their offensive game plan, their coordinator, they don't have a good quarterback. Like they just don't have an offense that scares anybody. Their running game has been in shambles for the last few years without, saying now they're about to give us Warren and Gainwell. Like that's about to be much better. I just don't. They just don't have any good plans.
Yeah.
They got a solid Hall of Fame worthy coach, but they just don't have a quarterback, and they don't have a vision of an offense that is going to be a threat week in and week out. So yeah,
their offense is predictable and
antiquated. Yeah,
and it's old.
trash.
Yeah.
They don't.
You could see it. You could see it when we were playing them. You know exactly what they're doing.
But what's the name?
If we know what they're doing, then you know the Ravens know what they're doing.
But what's the name? Nice though. So if they figure that out, if they can figure out how to use DK and Pickens, that's something. That's as much of a something as T and Jamar. My opinion.
You need Russell Wilson for that, for the deep ball. That's the
I don't think that's the answer, but I'm just saying something. Whatever it is, whether it be them getting somebody through the draft or somebody through a trade, whatever. But I just don't think that as currently constructed, they can't get those two monsters the ball consistently enough to be a threat. And they got fire move. They got that other tight end from Georgia. The big dude. So they got some weapons. I'm not like saying that they're just like a terrible team. Defensively and offensively, they have weapons. But I mean, they got Slay now. They got Slay on defense. Like they're gonna be all right. They probably be 500. Well, you can't be 500, but they probably be like 9-8.
Yeah, 9-8, 10-7 because they get lucky.
Right, because they're gonna beat the Browns twice.
Yeah.
They're probably gonna beat the Browns twice. They're probably gonna beat the Steelers once. I mean, the Bengals once. And hopefully we sweep.
And they might get us too, bro. They might
sweep.
get us.
They always sneak up on us.
We always 1-1 them, bro. So I mean that was all the NFL topics. Did y'all want to do NBA next?
Sure, let's do it.
All right, let's take 5. Let's take 5 and switch over to NBA.
To it.
All right, sound good.
All right. See y'all in 5 minutes.
Yep.
talking about? We don't want to meet the loose.
Okay, I'm back.
All right. All right. We back?
We back.
All right. Let's get it.
All right. So we going NBA now. I guess we're gonna talk about who's the top of the Eastern Conference division in the Western and who's the top of the Western Conference. Boston's kind of been beating everybody, right? They beat the Lakers, and then they beat another good team after that. I forgot who it was. And I think OKC's kind of been doing the same thing in the West. So
Yeah, I mean, sneakily, the Cleveland Cavaliers have the best record in the Eastern Conference.
Yeah.
That little tandem of Darius Garland and Donovan Mitchell. Donovan Mitchell, low key, living the life I should be living with Coco Jones. and that contract, he like my size and everything. That's crazy. But yeah, he cooking. They cooking out there, and
Yeah, that's crazy. Because how does that feel, yo? Because ain't nobody my size in the NBA, so I'm like, that's cool. How you feel?
like a
How you
loser.
feel?
Like a
How you
loser.
feel?
like a loser.
like a joke. It's like, dang, what? Why couldn't that be for me?
Yo, that's it's a lot of dudes that's LeBron's size.
I would be sick if I was 6'8".
It's crazy. Yo, Division 3, Division 2.
Yeah, 6'8" for
It's a
nothing.
lot of 6'8" people.
For nothing. But yeah, so yeah, the Cavaliers have been having a sensational year, 50 plus wins already, and like Devin said, Oklahoma City, SGA on an MVP tear. I think he should win this year, honestly. But I mean, either Joker or SGA probably should win MVP. It's kind of hard to give it to anybody on Cleveland because I kind of feel like they're just like a really good team. Darius Garland, Donovan Mitchell, and I forget. Evan Mobley, the center.
And Jared Allen is also.
Yeah, Jared. So they got the Twin Tower situation out there. They're kind of big. Like if they had to play the Lakers, they would be way bigger. Like it'd be tough. It'd be tough to guard them.
Yeah. Okay. And Cavaliers were, I want to say, on a 15-game winning streak until they lost today to the Orlando Magic. So I'll start off on the East just because I think it's easier. I think it's two teams. It's top heavy with the Cleveland Cavaliers and then the Boston Celtics. Although I do think Boston are a better team, even though they're in the number 2 position than Cleveland, just because I think Boston has a little bit more offensive weapons than Cleveland. But
Isn't the Knicks, aren't the Knicks the 3 seed? I mean, I know nobody believes in the Knicks, but
I'll get to the Knicks only because you mentioned them. But I still believe Boston and Cleveland, those are the 2 favorites, in my opinion, that are going to come out the East. Of course, strange things can happen. I mean, Toronto won it 1 year. I mean, Miami Heat got to the NBA Finals last year 2 years ago as an 8th seed. So anything can happen. But yeah, the East is always funky with the way things go. I think last year was the first year Boston, the number 1 seed, actually made it to the NBA Finals in quite some time. But I like either Cleveland or Boston. Now, the Knicks, to me, are a good team. However, I think injuries are going to take their toll on the Knicks. Jalen Brunson is out.
He did, Yeah.
He's going to be out for a couple of weeks. But if you
he
remember,
sprained his ankle, right?
yeah, and if you remember correctly, last year he also got injured during the playoffs as well. Brunson is very small. He's like the new age Allen Iverson, if you want to say that, with just a little bit of a better shooter. I don't trust the Knicks. I like Cat. I think Cat's having a really good season. That's Karl Anthony Towns. But just something about them. I don't know if they can get over the hump. They have a decent squad, but I just don't think they're there yet. I don't think they're better than Cleveland. They're definitely not better than Boston. But we'll see what happens with them. They're a good squad. I think because the East is typically top heavy. I think they'll get out of the playoffs within the second or third round. Probably.
Yeah, that's what round. I was thinking. What about the Bucks?
I like the Bucks. So I like the Bucks. I think the Bucks will beat New York if it comes to that, or they'll probably lose to like Boston or Cleveland. I really like the Bucks. I think Giannis, he's locked in. Dame Lillard, very good. And I kind of low key like the trade for Kyle Kuzma. He's given them a little bit of offense. He's definitely given them a little bit more defense than Middleton ever gave them. And they have a solid team, and that's where it ends, right? Cleveland, Boston, New York, and Bucks. I don't believe in Indiana. I think Indiana is not good on defense. Detroit is having a great, outstanding year for them, 37-31. But this is their first year having a winning record in such a long time. But they're very young, very green. They're not beating any of the top teams. And then I'm not even going to mention the next four because they're all trash. So yeah. And then with the Western Conference, this is where things get interesting. So we were having this. If we were having this conversation last week, right? The Lakers were number 2 in the West, right? But everything changed once LeBron hurt his hammy. He'll be back. But as of right now, number 2, surprisingly, is Houston. I think they're a fake number 2. I don't believe in Houston at all. I think they have a good squad. They play really solid defense, but they don't have that star player. Like Thunder has SGA. The Celtics, at any given time, it could be Brown or Tatum. Even Cleveland, Garland or Mitchell can take over a game. The Nuggets, Joker can take over a game. Lakers, Jokic or LeBron. The Rockets. I mean, Jalen Green, like, does anybody really trust Jalen Green? And after that, I mean, did anybody trust Jabari Smith? Really? Like, I don't believe in them, but they're a solid team. Then you got the Nuggets. I don't believe in the Nuggets. They don't play defense. They have a lot of offense. But to Brian's point, I believe this is why I'm also giving the MVP to SGA. I think Joker lost the MVP when they lost to the Wizards. Anytime you lose to the Wizards in your stadium, you lose all credibility. I don't care who the hell you are. Okay, Joker, not MVP.
Bro, the Wizards are terrible. Me and Charles went to this game a couple weeks ago.
Jordan Poole hit that.
Just throwing money away, bro.
Bruh,
they're terrible.
Yeah. And but what I saw in that game to me,
I'm still using that tumbler. I'm getting my use out of that cup, bro.
Yo, me too, yo. The Uber was more than the tickets, and we sat in the front.
Yeah. I mean, I got to see LeBron for the first time for like $100 because the tickets are so cheap for the Wizards. But let me finish my point though. Let me finish my point about the Wizards.
Do your thing.
Yeah,
Wizards are terrible. There's no way around it. They are terrible. But when I saw Alex Sarr break down Jokic and hit a step back 3-point shot on Jokic's head, I was like, there's no way this is the MVP. He can't play defense. He's a stiff. He can't move. Right? And then the rest of the team can't play defense. Aaron Gordon is the only player that plays defense on that team, and he's injured or he's in and out of the lineup. Jamal Murray, I mean, God bless his soul, but he can't, he has no lateral quickness. He can shoot, but that's it. This team is just all offense, no defense. So yeah, I do still believe that in the West, it's either going to be OKC or the Lakers. I honestly believe it's going to be the Lakers because OKC to me are just too young. they were the second best team last year, and they sort of flamed out of the playoffs. I don't believe in Chet Holmgren. He's going to get injured at some point. I don't know when it's going to happen, but he's going to get injured. And I don't think Jalen Williams can really be that second or number 2 guy if SGA can't put up the numbers. So yeah, that's how I feel. Grizzlies, I know Morant's going to crash out at some point in the next couple of weeks. This guy shooting 35% from. Oh yeah, go type in John Morant. Look at his numbers for the last few games. He's crashing out. So either Bane is going to have to carry that team. They crashed out 2 years ago when they were like the best team in the West. You saw what the Lakers did to them. So yeah, they're going to crash out. And then everybody else below that is not worth mentioning except for maybe the Warriors. I think Jimmy Butler coming in has given them a different element. They've been playing really good their last couple of weeks with Butler. They've moved up from being a play-in team to number 6 now in the West. Yeah, we'll see what happens. I'm not convinced, but we'll see. They're a dark horse.
Bro, John Morant just had 44 the other night. What are you talking about, Eddie? 44, 17 for 22. He cooked. They lost. They lost to the Cavs. The Cavs are the best team in the Eastern Conference. So it's like, all right. John Morant's good, man. He's not going.
He just gotta stay healthy.
Yeah.
Okay, but you look at and then an 8 for 17 night against the Jazz, which are the second worst team in the NBA.
8 for 17 is not terrible. He's a 6-foot guard. Like you don't gotta shoot 50%.
And even then, I'll give that a pass. I'll give even the Suns game a pass, but you get to the Mavericks, 13 for 29. Exactly. 13 for 29.
I mean, I don't look at my point guard, undersized point guard, to be the most efficient. It ain't like he getting all layups. That's not his position. So it's kind of tough to look at him. I get it. Like you look at Shaq or you look at some Joker. Like if Joker went 7 for 30, you'd be like, yo, that's crazy because he's getting layups. But John Morant don't get all layups. So like it's kind of unreasonable. Like, yeah, he's gonna shoot 30% some nights. That's not his average. What's his average?
I mean, he's never been a great shooter, right?
He's not going to be a 50.
He's been a good shooter. I mean, I'll give him his due credit. He's been a good shooter, but this is his second worst year in his career for shooting. Last year, he shot 47%. The year before that, 46. The year before that, 49. So it actually has been going down almost every year. This year, he's at 44.9. But I'm not really concerned about his shooting. His shooting is not what scares me about John Morant. It's his inefficiency behind the arc. He's shooting 22% after the All-Star break. Okay. He is giving you 27%, but
from 3?
Yes, 22% from 3.
Yeah, that's bad. That's real bad.
Yeah, no, he's not. But he's not.
Nah, Brian, you can't. Brian, I see your point. I really do. But 22% from 3.
Nah,
you got to be at least over 36%, something like that. 35%.
He's never been a 3-point like.
No,
he's never been a sharpshooter. That's not his skill. We're not expecting him to be Steph Curry. We prefer him not to be Russell Westbrook at his worst.
22%.
But at the same time, you know what I'm saying? It's like there's gonna be slumps. It's ebbs and flows to it. So yeah, he's not shooting well right now, though.
And before they got to the Mavericks, they were on a 4-game losing streak. I understand losing to the Thunder. I'll give them that. Like Thunder's a great team, but they lost to the Hawks. They lost to the Spurs.
The Hawks are The Hawks are a playoff team. That's a top 5 seed.
Brian.
Are the Hawks a 6 seed?
They're number 7. They're number 7 right now, and the Hawks are not good. They're in the East. They're 32 and 36. They're not a good team. They're just a playoff team because they're in the Eastern Conference, right? You put them in the Western Conference, they're not even an 8th seed.
I also question for you, Brian. Do you think that Josh should be counted as undersized with that elite athleticism in the 40-inch vertical?
Your size is your size.
What are you talking about?
Your size,
John Morant.
Okay.
It's like your size is your size. Like you just because you can jump high. Like was Allen Iverson undersized? Yes, he had elite athleticism. He had elite bouncing ability. He still was small. You can't jump over being 6 foot tall. You can't jump over being 160 pounds. That's just what it is. So I don't expect him to be bumping through traffic, getting and one finishes and stuff. Like he's exciting because he can jump so high. But as far as him being able to impose his will on the game, being able to get to the rim at will, He can't do that because he's undersized.
But I don't even think he's the guy anymore in Memphis. I think the guy, like if the game's on the line, you're going to get that ball to Jaren Jackson.
What?
Yes, sir. And a matter of fact,
you're not tapped into, man. You're not tapped into.
Maybe I'm not tapped in, but I'll tell you the statistics right now.
Is the star that tell you,
I'll tell you right now. Jaren Jackson's averaging more points this season than John Morant.
But we not.
Jaren.
We stat.
I'll go stats with you. Listen, I'll go there with you.
We chasing after the stat, or we watch it. We know the game.
I'm watching the game, bro. He's inefficient. He's going to. Okay, all right. Let's play a game. How far are the Memphis Grizzlies going to get in the playoffs this year?
Oh, if we're talking about are they a threat to win a championship, I think they need a legitimate wing player to do that. So that's my position as far as what they're lacking. I don't think they're lacking John Morant's ability. I think they're lacking a legitimate threat from the wing. John Morant's a point guard. They need somebody who else. And Jaren Jackson Jr. is not. He don't even rebound. I hate big men that don't rebound. He don't average 5 rebounds. That's disgusting to me. So you telling me that's his thing, but I'm saying he big and he don't rebound.
He can shoot though. He can shoot though.
If John Morant wasn't out there, he wouldn't get none of them shots.
And he's a better shooter than John Morant.
But you hear what I'm saying? He don't create for himself. If John Morant's not out there, he's not getting none of them shots that you say you like from him. So that's what I'm saying about who Jaren Jackson is to that team and who John Morant is to that team.
But I don't think, but to the point though that I'm trying to make though, I don't think the Grizzlies are getting out of the first round. And
I mean, I don't know who.
Right now they're number 4th. They're 4th in the West, right?
So if they had to play the 5 seed, who they got to play? The Lakers.
The Lakers.
Yeah.
And do you really think they're going to beat the Lakers?
That's an L. But let's be honest. LeBron will be back next week. The Lakers might end up back at the 3 seed or the 2 seed. So that might be the Rockets.
Have the Lakers dropped 3 straight?
The Lakers have dropped. No, before they won tonight, they were on a losing streak.
Okay.
But okay, so okay, let's play this game though.
Let's
Brian.
make them the Rockets.
Let's say the Lakers move up. I think the Rockets will be the 3rd seed, maybe.
Let's make the Rockets the 5, just so you can say that.
I don't think the Rockets going to drop that low. See, I kind of like the way the Rockets schedule ends in the season. They're number 2 right now. They're on a 6-game winning streak. I think the Grizzlies are going to either finish 4th or 5th in the West. And if they finish 4th or 5th, they're probably going to play the Warriors. And I gotta be honest with you, I don't see them getting past the Warriors or the Lakers, and I don't really see them getting past the Nuggets either. But
so wait, this is my thing. Realistically, there are multiple teams in the top 6 that the Minnesota that the Memphis Grizzlies could beat if it landed.
No. In the top 6, no. I this is where I draw the line.
But is there one?
No. I don't.
God.
Maybe. I think they probably can beat the Rockets. They could probably beat the Rockets.
What I'm saying.
But are the Rockets going to drop that low though, Brian?
Are the Rockets the 1 seed?
The Rockets are number 2 seed.
But they barely the 2. You know the difference between the 5, the 6, and the 2?
I agree with you. But you think the Rockets are going to drop to like number 5? Maybe?
I'm saying the Rockets.
The Lakers dropped from 2 to 5.
Yeah,
bro. But we're talking about a game.
It's like a half game.
It can happen in between. You lose 2 games and you're gonna go from the 2 to the 5. Yeah, that's what happens.
Yeah,
but you win 3 games in a row and you go back from the 5 to the 2. So it's just like it's not nothing to.
I think the way it's going to shape up is going to be the Thunder. No one's catching the Thunder. Like, we're all clear on that, right?
Yeah. Well, now for sure.
I think the Lakers will be the number 2 seed. I think probably the Nuggets will stay around the 3rd seed. I can't really see them dropping that low. Then I think that the Grizzlies and the Rockets will be battling out from the 4th or 5th seed, maybe. Or the Warriors can sneak in there and get maybe the 5th seed. The Warriors are on a roll. They're one of the hottest teams in the NBA. They won 7 straight games, 9 of their last 10. They are a dark horse. Everybody should be scared of the Warriors right now. Playoff Jimmy is something serious. Okay.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah,
I mean, it was something serious. It was something serious. It was a thing.
Nah, I think playoff Jimmy can make a new
appearance.
It's
2025. Jimmy Butler's damn near 40. We gotta like call it what it is, bro. Like he not.
They just made the finals. What was that? 2 years ago? 2-3 years ago.
3 years ago, I believe.
We be acting like that's like a year, it ain't nothing, and like
That is a
like
long time.
No, Devin. To your point, he made the finals 2 years ago. He carried the Heat to the finals. Yeah, so you are
Right.
correct. Yeah.
I'm just saying, I think that Jimmy got a little shot in the arm from being out there with Steph. Steph got a little shot in the arm from having a legitimate running mate to to score with again. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I don't think the Warriors are like a threat to get out of the first round. I think the Clippers are more of a threat to get out the first round than the Warriors. That's my opinion.
You believe in James Harden? You think James Harden gonna do something?
Yo,
I think
what?
What seed of the Clippers? What seed of the Clippers?
I think they're the 8. They're like the 8.
They're 8. The Clippers, I mean,
are definitely making the playoffs. And Kawhi Leonard just started looking like healthy again.
They'll make the playoffs. Yes.
You talk about a team that hasn't had Kawhi Leonard for like the majority of the season.
Fat ass James Harden.
James Harden's not fat.
Ain't taking over nothing. James Harden's probably one of the worst.
Why you gotta come to James Harden like that?
Yeah,
fat ass is probably one of the worst shooting and point guards in the NBA. He shoots 39% from the field. Okay, Kawhi Leonard.
So wait, you only can
probably
be good.
going to get in 39.
You only can be good. Eddie, you only telling me that if guys don't shoot a good field goal percentage, you out on them. You don't think they good at nothing.
Bro, absolutely. As a point guard, you can
pass,
under,
right?
You can't shoot under 40%. He can barely do that. See his but I'll give James Harden a pass. I'll give him a pass.
He's a Hall of Famer. I'm glad
Leonard at some point, is going to get injured. And the Clippers are not beating any of those top 6 teams.
Hey, put some cases of water on it.
I'll put a case on water that the Clippers are not getting out the first round.
Okay.
The Clippers versus the Oklahoma City Thunder. Yeah. I got a case of water. On them babies. You think James Harden and Kawhi Leonard about to go in there and get dealt? You think SJ like that? All right. If you believing in something you never seen before,
I do.
You believing in something you never seen before. I'm gonna go ahead and trust. I'm gonna believe in something that I've seen before.
Although, to be fair, I don't even think the Clippers are going to finish 8th. I actually think the Clippers may finish 7th. So I think they'll actually end up playing the Lakers because I think they'll jump above the Timberwolves. And that play-in, anything can happen. I mean, God knows.
I feel like in any scenario, as long as the Clippers don't end up with the Lakers as their team to face, I think they make it out of the first round. That's my take.
Case of water. Let's do it, Brian.
Yeah, I believe in the Clippers. On the low, I think James Harden and Kawhi getting healthy going to be a problem.
Yes, I do believe James Harden is a fat ass. He's fat, he's slow, and he can't shoot. Bad crazy combination.
That's correct. I feel like he just scored 40 like the other night.
He'll give you 40 points. Well. Yeah,
I know. That's why I'm not even listening to Eddie.
39% from the field.
He can't. Yeah,
defend that, Brian. I want to see you defend 39% from the field.
I don't have to. He's a top 5 shooting guard of all time. I don't have to defend it. It's not. This ain't Klay Thompson. James Harden legitimate. He a baller for real. He hoops just like Russell Westbrook. Like you could tell me he trash, but when he be out there, he's a problem. He'd be a problem to the other team.
Oh, hold on, bro. We gotta slow that down a little bit. I know you trying to make a point. Top 5 shooting guard of all time.
All time.
Kind of tough. Because you got Wade, you got Bryant, you got Jordan.
I seen it.
We're just gonna give Brian a
who your top 5. I feel like that you don't really mean that.
I do mean with all
he's dead serious. He's dead serious. He's a James Harden fan.
Bro, I was there. I remember those years. Them 3 years when James Harden was cooking, I would say he was arguably the second greatest shooting guard of all time in them 3 years. The fact that it didn't last that long is just the only fact. But I ain't never seen nobody put the ball in the bucket like that. Not
Yeah.
not Mamba, not Mello, not he was dropping 60 and 30 and 20 assists. He was absolutely cooking the
Bruh,
NBA.
James Harden looks like he has a BBL,
They was
bro. Like the
guarding him
dude needs to get on.
backwards.
Yo, bruh, James Harden
Yo, Eddie
now
about to go viral, bro.
compared to James Harden back then are
I don't
two
even know what he
different
talking
people,
about.
bro. James
Yeah,
Harden is
I'm
fat.
saying,
He
bro.
shoots 39% from
It's
the
hard for
field.
me to hear these things about James
Yeah,
Harden.
Hey,
it don't even make
are
sense.
you? Do you own ownership in the Dallas Mavericks, bro?
Bro, I'm just trying to keep it real with y'all.
What's
Yo, like,
that got to do with basketball, bro?
And don't nothing.
bro, he can't
nothing.
move, bro.
Plenty of fat dudes that play basketball.
Number
Mad
8
of
seed,
them.
the Clippers
of
are
them.
going to beat
Hall of
OKC.
Famers.
Are you kidding me, Brian?
Bro, if he cooking like that when he big, that's crazy. That's why they be saying that Luka Doncic is so fat. Luka be averaging 30 and 15. Fat work for him.
And he shoots like 44% from the field. Harden can't even get those numbers.
Harden did that. You already know that.
Did that like 3 years ago.
But he yo, you know how he just completely changed his like game. They
Yeah,
sent them.
he switched to point guard, right?
Yeah, like they completely changed what he was even trying. Like that's not like no easy thing to just have a whole characteristic and then just say I'm gonna do something else and still.
Why did he do that though?
Because
I mean, I know he did it when he was with Brooklyn, right?
Right.
The fit with Kevin Durant
there
and Kyrie
go.
Irving.
No,
then why
he did
he
a
don't
switch. He did a switch before that. He did it actually in Houston. They put him to the point guard in Houston.
They moved, but then when he had to be the point guard, and he was still expected to score most of the points.
Yeah,
in Houston, he wasn't
Right.
expected to score most of the points when he got to Brooklyn.
Yeah,
And then he was the point guard again with the Sixers.
I'm still standing on. I still feel like James Harden is a top 5 scoring shooting guard. He's a top 5 shooting guard.
all time. I'll give you that.
Oh.
I'll give you that. But they're not getting past OKC. They're not getting past the Rockets. They're not getting past the Nuggets. They're not getting past the Grizzlies. They're not getting past the Lakers. They're not getting past the Warriors.
Hold on. Take a pause right here. So we got Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, Dwayne Wade, Allen Iverson, right? That'd be the top 4.
AI not a shooting guard to me. He's a 1.
He's a 1 to me as well.
He's a 1, and he really like a high. He like a hybrid. Like I can't even put him at a 1.
Yeah.
I don't want to put him at a 1 because he can't be a top 5 1 to me. I don't want to put him at a 2 because he's not a top 5 2 to me. So that's just. I mean, I guess he 5 if because I would put James Harden at 4 because Wade is over him just because of his career, and then I would put James.
So you put James over Reggie Miller?
Yeah, yes, in a heartbeat.
Yes,
what the fuck?
yeah.
What are we talking about? Reggie
sure.
Miller? Oh my god.
No, Brian.
Sure,
Brian is correct. No, listen. I disagree with where Brian thinks the Clippers are going to go this season, but Brian's absolutely correct.
Okay.
With Harden being a top 5 shooting guard of all time, I'm not even going to argue that. My argument is where James Harden is right now in his career and in his weight goals, and I just don't see that helping the Clippers getting past the second round. Now, I could be wrong. I mean, past the first round. I could be wrong, but I just feel the way that it's top heavy right now in the West. I don't see it. But we'll see what happens when Norman Powell comes back. Powell, I think, is a difference maker for them. He can score. He's a walking bucket. So maybe they can move up a little bit and they can get that 4th or 3rd seed. Maybe.
What? No, they getting the 8th seed. They gonna play Oklahoma City, and we're gonna have to see Oklahoma City do something aside from win regular season games. It don't matter when the playoffs start.
They're only let me see how many games. They're only 4 games out from the 5th seed, though. I mean, it's possible.
Very. Yeah, I mean, I just think the Clippers are a sneaky team. Just like you kind of poo-pooed on Orlando, but I think Orlando is a sneaky team too. We're talking about trying to have success against teams that have not had success before. There's only a couple teams in the Western Conference that have actually ever done anything, and that's Denver. Yeah. That's Denver and the Lakers
and the Warriors.
And the Warriors too. So that's 3 teams that have done something before. I would say the Clippers have never done anything, but James Harden has had success and Kawhi Leonard have had success. So they're legitimate.
I don't disagree with you on that. I actually agree with you on that point.
The Eastern Conference has Boston, but then that's it. Oh, and Milwaukee. Boston and Milwaukee would be the people who have experience, but you're not getting it from Cleveland. You're not getting it from some of the other teams at the top.
New York.
Yeah, like they haven't. Well, New York's been in the playoffs, but they haven't really like won. They haven't like got through. You feel me? I'm thinking about teams that have broken through.
Remind me if I'm correct. The Pacers actually somehow fucked around and got into the Eastern Conference Final last year, right?
Nah, they made the playoffs. They made like the bubble. They made like not the bubble, but the
Let me see.
like the play-in, not the play-in. Dang, what's that little mid-season tournament? They made the mid-season tournament final. They ain't make no Eastern Conference final.
No, I thought the Pacers got far in the playoffs last year.
Yeah, no, I am right. They played Boston, and Boston beat them 4-0 in the Eastern Conference Final.
That was last year?
Yeah, last year. Because remember, Cleveland had collapsed and choked in the playoffs last year.
Yeah.
Jalen Brunson blew out his leg. And Milwaukee,
Giannis
remember Giannis got hurt, and then Lillard got hurt as well. Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. The Pacers messed around and had one of those Toronto Raptors NBA final season or Memphis Grizzlies Zach Randolph Western Conference final years. That's what happened.
Yeah, well, y'all, you just the last team standing.
Yeah, basically. Yeah. Drew Holiday was was their guy last year. Oh wow. Yeah, no, I mean, listen, I don't disagree with you on experience. I definitely agree with you there. I just don't know if the Clippers have that firepower. And but to your point though, about experience is very important. And because we saw that last year with Minnesota. Because remember, Minnesota last year was the number 2 seed.
Oh yeah, Detroit. That's another team. Detroit. You got Houston. Like it's a lot of young teams in the mix of this playoff run, and I just don't think that this is the year where they're going to supplant. Like you said, like it's gonna be an unexperienced team playing against Giannis. It's gonna be an inexperienced team playing against Joker. An inexperienced team playing against LeBron. Like they're going to lose. I just don't unless somebody gets hurt and throws off the series and makes it just like a overwhelming advantage. I just don't see one of those teams not making it through. Because I don't see any of those young teams with a star that's like Giannis or Joker or LeBron. Like I don't see like a suit like SGA is cool. SGA is really good. Or Jason Tatum, obviously the Boston's good already, but like SGA is really good, but I just don't have any faith in what he's about to do in the playoffs yet.
I don't have faith in them getting to the Western Conference Finals, but I they're good enough to get out the first round just because how good on defense they are.
Did they make it out the first round last year?
That's a good question. I don't know.
I know.
No, right?
Nope.
Okay.
So just the you know what I'm saying. I forget who they lost to too. They got snuck up on by somebody.
Let me see how that bracket ended up being. Western, yeah. I'm actually kind of curious how they did last year. I don't remember, and the fact that I don't remember tells me that they didn't do too good.
Maybe Minnesota beat them.
No, Dallas did. So what happened is they beat
round.
No, the second round.
Oh,
so they beat the Pelicans, who let's be serious. We talk about fat people. Zion probably was.
Hey, Zion lost weight now.
Shout out to Zion.
Shout out,
real freaky boy. That's a real freak man.
Yo, it's hard to play New Orleans. That fool over there.
With a bad diet,
he looked good now though. He playing well.
To tell you how crazy the Western.
By the time he locked in.
Right,
150 million later.
I remember the Clippers. The Clippers were the number 4 seed last year, and they lost to the Mavericks because remember Kawhi got injured, and then PG-13 reverted back to playoff P.
As he always does. And so what happened is the Mavericks last year beat the Thunder in the second round, which was a shocker. And then the Timberwolves beat the Nuggets because the Nuggets are number 2, the Timberwolves were the 3rd seed, and they beat them. And then the Mavericks completely washed the Timberwolves in the Western Conference Finals, which goes back to your point of experience. Experience matters because the Timberwolves with Ant and all them guys like, oh yeah, we're the new kids on the block. We're gonna, we gonna get through. No.
Yeah.
And said they ran out of gas. They were tired from the Denver series. I remember him saying that.
And it probably happened. I mean, they're a very young team and they never been there before. And then the Pacers last year, even a crazier story. They were the number 6 seed. They beat the Bucks. Of course, everybody got injured, and then they beat the Knicks because everybody got injured. And then they finally had to play a team that was stacked, and they got swept by the Celtics.
By the Celtics, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So experience matters.
Facts.
Yeah.
All right.
What says you, Charles? Who you think coming out the East or the West?
I mean, as far as top 5, I feel like y'all covered it for real. So far the East, it'd be the Cavs for sure. The Bucks, Celtics. I feel like the Cavs gonna take the number 1 seed. For the West, I think y'all covered it as well. Was it like 16, 17 games left? So the Lakers, you think they can go to the number 2 seed?
Yeah, they're only one game. They're actually one game behind the number 1 seed. The number 2 seed.
LeBron's supposed to come back this week.
Yeah.
Right.
It's tentative. They said he's gonna be out at least another week yesterday. So maybe he come back next week. But really, that groin injury is like very, it's very difficult to get over. So if he got to sit out for a month, I don't care. Whatever it takes for him to be at full strength, I think they got a shot if he's at full strength.
Yeah.
I agree. And if you look on their schedule, they got the Spurs,
who are done.
Then they got the Nuggets.
Bucks. The Nuggets just lost to the Wizards, so we don't know what Nuggets team we're going to get.
Then they got the Bucks. For LeBron.
The Bucks are good.
Yeah.
Bucks are good.
Yes. Then they got the Bulls. That's the next 4 games.
Yeah, what's so weird about the Bulls? Every year the Bulls seem to make it to the play-in game, but they never seem to you want to talk about like a team that's like a treadmill team that just stays in place. Like the Bulls never get better. You know what I mean? And they just traded Zach LaVine and whatnot, and it's like
they be trying, son. That was tough though. They was nice with Derrick Rose. He got hurt, and then they tried to do. They got Lonzo. He got hurt. So it's like they really been getting kind of stifled by injuries, honestly.
Yeah.
Zach LaVine wasn't really he can jump high, but he wasn't really the star that they needed.
Yeah, they're running it with the white boys, Josh Giddey and Kevin Huerter. I mean, they'll be in the play-in. They may get lucky and get to the actual playoffs, but they're going to get destroyed by whoever they play.
All right. Anything else with NBA?
Watch out for the Warriors. The Warriors concern me.
Oh, I was going to say, I know we breezed past it, but did we have any standouts for the season awards?
Oh yeah.
You mean like the MVP, defensive
MVP.
player of the year?
Yeah. Any thoughts on that?
I feel like it's gonna go to SGA.
Me too.
Yeah.
I think they're gonna give it to Joker.
Joker lost it when they lost to the Wizards.
Oh yeah. That might matter. I don't know. That's kind of like not a mattering game though. And it was a last second. One, they got blown out. It was a last second shot by Jordan Poole. He'd be doing that,
bro. They lost to the Wizards at home.
They don't even got Kyle Kuzma anymore,
bro. Alex Sarr was shooting step back jumper threes on Jokic's head.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I just know that the numbers, Jokic's numbers look crazy, and if they end up, if they end up making it, holding down, making it to the 2 seed, it's gonna be tough.
If they make it to the 2 seed, we can have we can have a discussion about it. But Just because OKC is just having such a great year and SGA is just really good. I kind of feel it's kind of hard not giving it to SGA.
Yeah. What was
Yeah.
what was Dallas record last year?
Oh, they weren't that good. They were like 49-33. They were the 5th seed last year.
Because Luca has similar numbers to Joker.
Oh,
Luca has similar numbers to what SGA is doing this year. Luca had better numbers.
Luca had better numbers, yeah. But the thing is, they really weren't that good. I mean, they were good, but they were in like a top team in the West.
Yeah, no, I get it. I would give it, SGA. I'm saying I could see how Joker gets votes, but
Yeah.
I would give it to SGA for MVP.
Okay. Fair enough.
What about Defensive Player of the Year?
Ooh.
I feel like it's kind of messed up, right? Wemby was probably gonna take it.
Yeah.
And now that he's out, I thought maybe Anthony Davis was probably going to take it.
No, he's out.
And he's out. And so now I'm kind of like, I don't know if there's like they usually just give it to Rudy Gobert.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. They just gonna give it to Rudy.
Yeah,
I mean,
Rudy got about 10 of them, but you got 10 of them joints.
I personally like Evan Mobley. Yeah,
that's probably where it goes.
Yeah, he's been pretty good. I know I mentioned Jaren Jackson earlier with the Grizzlies.
He won it before too. He won it last year, didn't he?
Yeah, I think so. But yeah, to me, before Wemby went out, I thought Wemby was good. I thought Anthony Davis was fantastic as well.
Yeah, it's not really like I'm trying to think if there's any guards that have like been shutting people down to that degree. I mean, Jaden Daniels is having a good year. There's been a few.
Dyson Daniels.
Dyson
Daniels. Yeah, Dyson Daniels.
Yeah, there's been a
Jaren Jackson.
Yeah.
Yes, the Jaren. Yeah. Dyson has been good. But
yeah,
I kind of believe it's going to be between Jaren and Evan Mobley probably. Unfortunately, Wemby went out. I mean, Wemby was having a stupid year.
What was his injury?
I don't even remember.
What happened to him?
Let me see. No, it was blood clots.
Oh yeah.
I remember that. Yeah.
He might not even be back.
Yeah.
So it wasn't even really an injury technically. It was just, health. Yeah, because I was trying to remember. I was like, Wemby didn't get injured, did he?
Deep vein thrombosis.
There's something that can affect his career.
It affected Chris Bosh's career.
It's extremely rare in young athletes.
Yeah.
Now, to be fair, Bosh was a little bit older when he developed his blood clots. I think with Wemby, because he's younger and they'll give him the entire season and off season to sort of, get better.
Yeah, they're saying no long-term concerns.
Okay, that's good. That's good.
Yeah.
Who you like for Rookie of the Year?
Oh man.
Jalen Wells.
Wells has been good for Memphis. He's definitely defied expectations because I don't even think Wells. What was Wells drafted? Let me see.
Oh yeah, I like Castle's been nice.
Castle's been good.
He's not going to Rookie of the Year though.
Yeah, Wells was the 39th pick in the NBA draft. Like he came out of nowhere. He's been solid defensively too. I think they're gonna give it to Castle just because he averages the most points out of everybody.
Right.
Yeah, that's probably gonna be
his
Castle.
favorite. Yeah.
Yeah. What else awards are there besides those?
They do not comeback player, but sixth man of the year.
And most improved players and most
most improved.
Ooh, most improved. Who would be the most improved player?
It was somebody I feel like that's been kind of cooking. That I forget. They're hold on.
I don't know.
Tyrese Maxey won it last year.
They're saying Cade Cunningham, but I kind of feel like.
Oh yeah, that's who I was thinking of too.
I kind of feel like Cade actually was good last year too, though. But
he's averaging 10 more points now.
Yeah. Dyson Daniels is up there.
Tyler Hero.
I like Dyson a little bit better for probably defensive player of the year.
Evan Mobley. Jalen Williams. Yeah, they probably give it to Cade.
Williams has been good.
They probably give it to Cade because he went from like Detroit being a threat this year. Detroit probably making the playoffs is a huge come up.
Yeah.
And
nobody saw that coming.
And he's having a great year.
Yeah. And then finally, coach of the year. Who do you guys like for coach?
Oh yeah, that probably who the OKC coach?
I don't know, but I'm not.
I think it's going to be Cavaliers coach
or the Cavs coach. Yeah, one of them coach of the year.
I don't know. I'm giving it to JJ Redick.
Oh, JJ's another little dark horse.
Yeah.
Because it's been, coaching the Lakers is always a tough thing.
And they shouldn't be as good defensively as they are.
Yeah. Now you're right. Who is the Cavs coach?
Kenny Atkinson.
Cavs being the 1 seed is crazy.
Kenny Atkinson, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he's favorite.
He's favorite?
Yeah.
Is JJ on that list at all?
Nope.
Not with LeBron going down.
Well, I think their splash was too late. The Luka trade, even though they were already playing well before they traded Luka. So
they were playing decent.
Oh, well, no. Redick is third on the list. It's just that the odds are crazy. So Atkinson is like the number one favorite just because of their record. JB Bickerstaff on the Pistons, to what Brian was saying about the Pistons just coming out of nowhere. He's up there, and then JJ Redick.
Okay, he's number 3.
Yeah, and then it really gets really fringy with like Taylor Jenkins on the Grizzlies, Mark Diagonal, I can't even pronounce his name, for the Thunder, and then everybody's favorite guy, Ime Udoka of the Houston Rockets. Now, if Ime gets them to the number and hold on to the number 2 seed, I can see him possibly getting it because
Ime's a good coach, bro.
Ime's a great coach, and he's extracting everything possible out of that Rockets team.
I think he trying to get back to the top, so he can get that middle finger to Boston.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I respect it. They got a lot going on.
Super motivated to get back to the top.
Yeah, and Jalen Green being their star player is crazy because Jalen shoots barely 43%, not even 43. He's at 42%.
Yeah, Jalen Green is he got paid. He's chilling. I feel like he's a great player. They just got to get him one more. I would say just give it another year or two. Just let Amen get better.
Yeah, Amen's been great. Here's the thing, and this has been percolating around NBA rumors. KD is going to leave the Suns after this season. Like the Suns have completely flamed out or crashed out, depending on how you define it. KD's going to want to go somewhere. The one team that has a lot of young assets and cap room is Houston. If they get KD, I think Houston's going to be a problem next year.
You think they want to trade some of the young guys though?
For KD, I would do it. I would possibly trade Jabari Smith. Give them a couple of draft picks, probably, as long as they can keep their core for like Jalen and Amen. Even crazy Dylan Brooks, who's been having a fantastic season defensively. I think you do. I think you go for it because that guy is a walking bucket. KD's that guy.
All right, we got one more discussion, man. We almost at our 2 hour limit, 2 hour and a half hour limit.
Real quick, I just want to say I think that KD should go to OKC. Bring it back home.
To finish that out?
Bring it back home.
Yeah.
Help SGA. And you probably got to get rid of Chet. You probably going to have to get rid of you probably got to move somebody.
Yeah, you have to give up some pieces.
But as long as you can keep but if you can keep 2 of the 3, and then and add KD, I think OKC instantly is like really, really good. But again, I don't know. Does KD want to do that? Does he want to? Yeah, I think that'd be worth it.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah, that's a good point. I just don't know if KD is the type to do stuff like that. So he always trying to move forward.
True.
Yeah, he don't seem like the type to go back.
Nah.
But I mean, I was in OKC a couple times when KD was out there, and man, he was that team. He was that franchise, but he was everywhere, all over that city. He had love and support. So I don't think there's no bad blood, So that'd be nice, though. I mean, LeBron did it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, Braun did go back out.
It's a good look.
It's a good look, and that would
help. That would help with his Warriors issue.
All would be forgotten. If he left, if he went back there and won one, I wouldn't be worried about the other stuff. I'd be like, that's cool.
But,
Yo, I gotta give you a shout out, Brian. I don't hear the things you say nowhere else. I mean, it's so original. Original, man.
Him going back to OKC?
Yeah.
Come on, son. He got it. That's I feel like it's right there at the rim. OKC or Washington. Like, come on, come back home, bro. I'm sick of it. We should have.
He's not coming.
No, he would do it. He would do it, but it'll be like at the end, like at
he's
he's
like
39 years old. He'll do it.
Not gonna do it.
He's old.
He already said that he's not gonna do it because he'll get distracted.
He's a walk-in bucket.
But now he's old. Before he was been distracted, but now he's not gonna get distracted.
He ain't old. He ain't that old though. He ain't Scottie Pippen coming back to the Bulls old yet.
I wouldn't pay the Wizards.
I just seen Kevin Durant go across the world and like kill everybody. He's still the man.
Yeah.
Yeah, ain't no disagreement in that.
But we'll see what happens with OKC this year. If OKC can somehow finesse their way into the Western Conference Finals or the NBA Finals, I don't think they'll make that. Well, actually, I could see them being like, "Okay, these the piece that we need." Actually, that could work. That could work.
Yeah. Because he's so efficient. He's so efficient, and he can fit in any system because he doesn't need to take a lot of shots. Like, he's very comfortable taking his 17 shots and like letting everybody else do their thing, but he gonna make 13 shots. Like he gonna make a bunch of shots. So yeah, I just think he's the perfect fit for whatever situation you got going on.
Yeah.
If he did come to the Wizards, so that'll be everything you need to put some energy back in that city, back in that team.
Him and Cooper Flag, let's go.
Yeah.
Here's the thing with the Cooper Flag, and I've had a conspiracy theory. With the way that the Dallas Mavericks are crashing out, I will not be surprised that they get Cooper Flag.
Okay.
Man, Dallas is going to Austin, bro. They don't care about this no more. They're not even playing. They're not even worried about the NBA. They playing a totally different sport. They like, yo, you what money? What you talking about? They don't care about nothing that the NBA has to offer.
Eddie, you got anything you want to talk about before we leave? Last call.
Yes. NCAA tournaments coming up. Our Terps are going to be a pretty high seed. They did lose last night. They were the number 2 seed in the Big Ten.
Okay.
But they're good enough to be like a number 3 seed. Maybe we'll see how things shake up. They could possibly make their way up to the number 2 seed, but I don't think they'll get that high up. But number 3 seed, I like them. Sweet 16. They have a nice core. I'm blanking on those guys' names for some odd reason.
Queen.
Man, Queen is good, but there's another guard that they have, Jalen something. I forgot their names, but and I'm not really a big NCAA basketball guy. I kind of want to wait till they get to the NBA if they get there. Derek Queen, Julian Reese, not Jalen, but Julian Reese is also very good too. No relations to Angel Reese, but that's a really good team. And Rodney Rice is very good too. No relation to Ray Rice.
Mm-hmm. Really?
No relation. Make sure you make that clear.
Yeah,
no. Ray Rice.
It looks like we got some finalization on that Bengals
Super Bowl for us.
That Bengals contract.
What happened?
That fourth down for us.
They officially extended Jamar Chase 4 years, 161, 112 guaranteed. And T's going to get 4 years, 115. So he's not getting franchised. Actually, they're both getting 4 years, over $100 million contracts. That's crazy. That's really crazy.
I don't even know what to say.
Yeah, that's like.
That means that like
there it is.
What 40% of their cap is tied up in 3 people.
Yeah. Oh, and also to clarify one thing. Juju Reese, aka Julian Reese, is actually related to Angel Reese. That's her younger brother. Sorry.
Joe.
That's a big difference.
Yeah. Yeah, bro. That's a big difference, dog.
Hey, so what's the name related to Ray Rice?
Let me go research that too. I mean, at this point,
Rodney Rice?
Derek Queen probably related to Patrick Queen at this point.
Nah, son.
So Jamar got 161, 112 guaranteed. T
That's
got
crazy.
115. They didn't say what T's guarantees are.
Yeah, but still, that's crazy. That's crazy.
That's crazy.
All that, so they can score 40 against the Ravens and lose 40 to 42.
Bateman got screwed, yo. He just needed to hold out one more year, yo.
Why? Well, he kept getting hurt. He was sorry. We was about to cut his ass. If he would have wanted some more money, he wasn't even gonna play for us no more. Bateman did what he had to do. He did what he had to do.
Yo, that's crazy because you held Bateman down through the trenches, bro.
I did.
Through the trenches.
I did. My tweet resume is clear. You could go back through the tweets over the years. I was always standing tall. Like as soon as Bateman get healthy, he's gonna be a legitimate number 2. As soon as he gets healthy, he's gonna be solid. Just all we gotta do is give him a chance. He never been hurt before. He has no injury history. We just gotta get over this hump. And the Ravens fan base is very fickle, and like I can tell it's a bunch of new money out there. They wasn't here for Joe Flacco. They wasn't here for Kyle Bowler. They wasn't here for Tony Banks. They wasn't here, man. They wasn't here when we were scoring more defensive touchdowns than offensive touchdowns.
Elvis Gerback.
Right.
They wasn't here for
Gerback.
Yeah, they wasn't here for Steady Stover. So it's just like they just not used to like having money, and they're not used to us being good. So they just be complaining about stupid stuff.
Yeah, I feel you on that, right? But 4 years, 12.5 million, bro. Only $3 million a year for a number 1 wide receiver or number 2 wide receiver. That EDC, man,
what he do though? What he did that first year.
Yeah, but the talent was there, and Lamar always signed off on Bateman.
Bateman kept going out there dropping them balls.
Yeah, the Bengals are so stupid.
Yeah.
Yo, I don't even know what to say.
I mean, you had to sign him. I mean,
it's gonna be 2 more shootouts this year with us and them.
I mean, honestly, if we can just get B Steve off the field, we not going into no shootouts with them no more. If Marcus Williams be off the field and we got a safety that like to tackle, we not in no shootout.
That's
we
true.
just we just wrapping them up and we going on to the next city. Like the Bengals are trash, and they solidified it tonight with finalizing that deal. I'm happy for them.
160 mil, bro.
That's 4 years. I ain't got to worry about them. That's 4 years. I ain't got to worry about the Bengals. They
Yo, what are they doing?
Paying
Yeah,
two receivers that
hey,
kind
you
of
gotta
money.
remember the NFL is a business.
Yeah, they just
It's a business.
They saying T. Higgins deal can be worth as much as 30 mil per year with incentives.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
Yo, the Bengals are exciting to watch, yo. I mean,
Yeah, they gonna be real exciting.
They're not gonna
to
stop
watch.
a cold. They're not gonna stop. They're not gonna stop a cold. And they got and they have an elite quarterback with 2 elite wide receivers. Yeah, that's fun.
yeah.
It's no way around it. That's fun.
Yeah, and it sucks though because they gotta do all this to score, and then the other team just pretty much just run up the middle,
walk down the field. Yeah,
walk down the field. You know what I'm saying?
And just put the ball in the end zone. Just like, all right,
That's all they gotta do.
That's right. What y'all gonna do? And then when the running game suck, man, it's about to be bad. This is what's gonna happen. Joe Burrow gonna get dinged up again. He played all last year, and they still commit. He gonna get dinged up next year. The wrist, the shoulder, the hip.
Yeah.
It's gonna be something silly, and you gonna be like, "Dang, Joe missed 8 games."
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
That's
So.
just it's unfortunate.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yo, what are they doing? And they just paid Joe Burrow too, like what, 278 million or something like that.
Yeah, Joe about to ask for a restructure. He about to ask for some more money in a minute.
Yo,
Yeah.
So Jamar Chase is the new highest paid non-QB.
I think Lamar I think we're gonna restructure Lamar in a second. Probably because didn't Josh Allen just get paid again?
Yeah, Josh Allen's the highest paid quarterback now.
Yeah,
Team friendly deal though.
So they're gonna have to do something for Lamar in a second.
Yeah, it was a 6-year deal, right? 6-year deal.
6-year deal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Boy,
Just give Lamar 10 years, $1 billion. Why
by
not?
the time Jaden Daniels,
just give Lamar a point. Just give him a point on the franchise at this point.
at this point,
exactly.
Just give my dog a percentage and let's just move on.
Yeah, give him 10% ownership. Why not?
Just give him half of the gate. Half
Half the gate every week.
half the gate every week, and I'm good. We'll figure out the logistics later.
Yeah. Start building that statue now if he win that Super Bowl.
Bro,
But if he switched to number 1 and win a couple more Super Bowls, might want to wait on it.
Yeah, man. The rookie card is going up, man. The number keep going up. I love it.
we gotta.
Oh, you still got that?
Of course. I need him to sign it.
We gotta do some research on what's going on in
you gotta sign
Ohio.
that.
I mean, Myles Garrett's deal's crazy. Jamar Chase, like the entire Ohio, everybody getting paid over there. We need to move over there.
They're trying to stay relevant.
They gotta stay relevant.
This is the Lamar Jackson effect. The Steelers is making a bunch of stupid moves for no reason. The Bengals are paying 2 number 1 wide receivers for no reason.
Yeah.
They drafted Yoshivas to replace T. Higgins. So would you draft Yoshivas for it now?
And Yoshi was cooking.
And he was decent. You know what I mean? You didn't have to give, just let T. Higgins go, trade him, get a 2 for him, second round pick.
But to be fair,
draft some defensive players.
I don't even want to know. Like, I don't even I feel a certain way about T. Higgins and Jamar Chase. I don't even want to know what they look like without each other no more. Let's just let their careers play out. They're gonna have great careers. They're not gonna never win.
They're not gonna win nothing.
But they're gonna have a lot of yards.
A lot of yards.
Yeah.
Because you can't double
T. Higgins balled out that last game of the season.
He did.
Isaac Group, Torrey Holt type numbers. That's what they did.
What was his stats?
What was it? Reggie Wayne, Marvin
Harrison.
Yeah.
It was a 3-touchdown game at the end of the season. Because I remember because I was trying to win my fantasy league.
Would y'all get Madden 25 for $14? I mean, yeah, you can update the rosters and custom rosters because they update it every year. So yeah, that's a good deal.
Madden anymore.
You don't play Madden anymore?
I'm playing this year. coming up.
All right, guys, we coming up on 3 hours.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's late, man.
it's right now. Yeah, I think it's time to
Call it
call it. Yeah, I think we got a lot of good information out.
Yeah, man.
for sure.
We talk about, and like I said, we come back after, because right now they still the brackets aren't set yet. I don't think. I think they still got like the little last minute stuff, the outside.
I think the women's one is. I think they did that tonight, but the men's. Yeah, women's is set. Men's, I don't know. I think men's comes out tomorrow.
Okay, so yeah, we'll just discuss. We'll
I'm sorry, it's out right now.
Oh,
Maryland is the 4th seed. Wow, they screwed us.
Oh yeah, the brackets is out. So yeah, we'll tap into the brackets, tap into see who's where the rankings are, and we can talk about it. Next Sunday. I'm sure there'll be some very obvious situations where teams will get eliminated, and we can discuss that, and then we can make our own little bracket going forward from there. And and we'll just track it from there.
All right,
we gotta do our homework.
Yeah. So, yeah. All right. Catch you guys later.
Yeah, sounds good.
Episode.
Signing off.
Hey, thanks for the comments on the live too. We appreciate that.
Yeah. Thanks for tapping in.
Peace.
I don't even know how to exit out this joint. Do I just click X?
I got you.
Okay, thank you.